uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
in the building. Big Blunts Unboxing on deck. You already know what it is, man. OG Combat, what's the deal? The GOAT has arrived on deck, man. 4 days out, shouty. 4 days to the fish fry, July 29th. Man, we don't care about any of that other stuff that's been going on. I'm going to talk about it. We don't care about none of that Japanese, the fight that took place over there in Japan and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you for your time and all that. You're a 4th division champion. Congrats to you. You know what I'm saying? Hank Dozo. It is what it is. But we really getting back to Vegas, man. We never left Vegas. From my understanding, it's like 91, 92 over there. Like 7 in the morning. Big shout out to the supporters, man. Samar Warren. Grand Rising Beloved, salute WCS, certify, stamp the like button, and support the grind in the building. You already know what it is, man. Appreciate you being on deck, man. Drop Spence in the hot grease, a.k.a. Fish Fry, a.k.a. Mr. Sucker Free on deck, Mr. Gumbo in the building. Salute WCS and Big Blunts and Boxing, Samar Warren. What's good, family? What's good with you, Gumbo? How you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? Tuesday. What's good, man? Are you on them hills? Are you on them hills in Vegas, man? Let me know if you're on the hills, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me know where you at, man, so I can pull up, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? So we can pull up and try to get the scoop. You know what I'm saying? We get the exclusive, for real. Because I'll be from a higher elevated position in a truck. And I, get on top of the rig. I get to shoot down on his ass and ask him, while I'm sipping on this cold ice beverage, you know what I'm saying, in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Eating on just a slight butter croissant, something light. You know what I'm saying? Something light with a little bit of cream cheese on it. Just some light. You know what I'm saying? That'll put on a couple of calories. You know what I'm saying? But supposedly, allegedly, this dude was out there in them streets this morning. I'm talking about looking like the abominable, what do you call it? The abominable snowman. But so this snowman was black. You know what I'm saying? So he was dressed up, black sweats, black hoodie. And if that was indeed him trying to knock off some more calories this morning, and it's Tuesday. Ooh wee. The fight this Saturday, right? It ain't no procrastination. It ain't no delay. It ain't no push it back. If they still out there in them Vegas hills, shouty, it's gonna be crucial. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be crucial. Shout out to Carlos Rosado in the building. WCS salute. Our 4th and went out like Willie Lump. That's what would happen to Arrow in 4 days. Yeah, we're going to talk about that, Carlos. We're going to talk about it. Shout out to Christopher in the building. WCS, salute to you. Salute, man. Big shout out to the supporters and everyone that's on deck early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So let's get down to it's not even the elephant. Let's get down to the squirrel, to little itty bitty squirrel that went over there. I said to myself, just giving the benefit of the doubt, having traveled back and forth to Japan on many occasions, and a lot of people was wondering, what it was about, why he was, taking a fight over there in Japan. I guess the money, he couldn't turn it down. He couldn't turn down the money. But it's something that kind of irks me when a fighter gets stopped, but yet he get on camera and he's busy talking about his face to my, oh, I still look good and all that. It's not how you look outside the ring, brother. Steven, cool boy Steph. It's how you looked inside the ring. For real. It's how you looked inside the ring. And I just thought you had a lot more. Like, Inouye was just up there throwing anything. He had his chin. He wasn't even worried about his chin. You was moving back. When you ever shell up there, cool boy Steph? Was this punches was that bantamweight that you was in there with, that super flyweight? That super flyweight? Was that super flyweight hitting that hard? It caused you to stop fighting? Man, I don't know how to look at this fight. I just know it doesn't distract me from this Saturday. Like, you was waiting for the moment to get a big ticket. I get it. But a lot of people are going to say, when have they seen you get, taken out like that, bro? Was it the the time you spent over in Japan? Was it something? Or was it just you? Because I saw you at the post-fight conference and you was talking about your face still look good and you was busy worried about your looks. But I'm like, I didn't see you like go to war in there. Like, did you go to war? So you have something to look at your face about? Somebody say, oh man, you was in a war. You saying your face is still good. Was it just the check? I don't know, brother. What was it? Was it just a check? I'm trying to find out if anything, sucked the courage out of you or something. Was it the bright lights? Was it the fact that you was in Japan? Did you meet a cute Japanese woman over there? And you don't change your life, and that's somebody you're gonna be talking with when you get back to the States doing correspondence. I just never remember a fight where you went out like you did from a super flyweight. Real talk. I mean, Inouye was just running you down and landing punches and and stop you like it was nothing. Like, I can't even spend too much time on this shit, bro. I can't even spend too much time on it. What I can say is that it will be the fighters on deck today. They do have a press conference. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, they are going to give them a fight week press conference. And it's not open to the public, but the weigh-in is open to the public. Now, the only thing that this press conference does is give you, the fans and the viewers, it's just a eye view of how the fighters look. It gives you a taste of how they look, how they sound. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're on fight week. Fighters are going to be different than what they was several weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Fighters are going to be a bit more testy, possibly, because they are, in those final stages of weight and cutting. So in some cases, fighters are a bit testy. They're a bit more gritty when it comes to answering questions. It's been pretty decent up to this point, but I expect something to go down. I expect some type of exchange. You know what I'm saying? I expect them to, turn up the tempo a little bit. I don't want to hear the same shit come from either one of them. Like, what I mean by that is, more so, I don't want to hear Errol Spence talking about he made the fight. I don't want to hear media asking the same goddamn questions. How do you see this fight playing out? What do you think the strength and weakness is going to be? You know, and what are you looking for? You looking for the knockout? No, I'm not looking for the knockout, but we just okay. If the fight gets started and you see something, when do you think you'll get the finish? Well, you asked me for the finish. It's all about, it's just about, getting a knockout. So you asked me about the knockout and you asked me about the finish. It's exactly the same thing. Okay. Well, the fight is 12 rounds. Truth be told, what you've seen so far and what you see in the open workout, do you think it'll go the distance? Well, if you ask me about the knockout and you ask me about the finish, and then you ask me about the distance, all of them mean the same goddamn thing, right? You got me. You got me. I just hope they don't ask the same shit. Because it's not really too much more you can ask except how did training camp go? You looked in tremendous shape. What was the hardest part about this camp? What was the best part about this camp? How was Vegas? Zipping up your fight camp and everything, concluding to the final days. How did it all go? How did you like Vegas? How did you like finishing up the back end of your training camp? This, that, and the other. Just stuff that's dealing with outside the fight. If you ask them how they're feeling, okay, that's an honest question. How are you feeling right now? Okay. Do you feel any different than you did before? Do you think now you feel stronger? Don't ask them a dumb question like that because, heading into weigh-ins, they don't feel they're strongest because they're cutting weight, So you asking them how strong they feel and what's going to happen, they can't tell you shit, man. They're just going to tell you, I look to go in there and get the knockout. Well, how good is this for your legacy? How sweet will it be for you, Terrence, to become 2-time undisputed? You asked me that last time, and I told you to stop asking me the same question. Well, Terrence, let me see. Let me look at my notes. Being that you've already been undisputed, and just say that you go in here this Saturday and you're able to beat Errol Spence Jr., what would you say if you're able to get the victory? What would it mean to you on picking up the belts and becoming 2-time undisputed? How special would that be? That's the same fucking question you just asked me. Well, not. I reworded it, Errol. Crawford. You get me a little nervous here. You get me a little nervous. I reworded it. And Gabe Flores come be like, shit, I don't have shit else to ask. Shit. Goddamn Crawford said, hey, y'all asking me the same questions, man. I really don't want to hear the same questions either. The only thing you can ask them and say, how was the end of training camp heading to this fight week? Shit like that. Asking them about, how do you think? What is your prediction? I don't want to hear shit about no predictions. I don't want to hear shit about no predictions, man. I would like for somebody, I'm about to make some phone calls. I would like for somebody to ask him about cutting those last pounds. Why was he still out on the roadway on fight week if that was the case? What I'm saying? I'm definitely going to try to call my guy up. I know a couple of people that's out there and if they're going to be the one, but they don't ask questions. They only allow certain people to ask questions. Real talk. They only allow certain people with the mic. Yeah. Hey, whatever. Oh boy. What's going on, everyone? You know what I'm saying? It's 4 days out. If you don't already know, it's getting down to goddamn the party. You know what I'm saying? The invite. Get everything you was gonna wear. Get it ready. It's getting close to fight day, man. It's Tuesday. Man, if times ain't never told you what's about to go down, the tick has been talking, and it's almost time for those motherfucking belts to be dropping. Seriously. It's about time for Crawford to go in there and prove he the best of this era, and become 2-time undisputed. Seriously, we need to go in there and get this win. Absolutely. On the road to greatness. Yes, sir. 4 days the Dog and Pony Show ends. Talk to him, Don Vaughn in the building. What's good with it, Don? Yes, we about to shut this down. Cooking with Sir Senior in the building, bro. Ball Out Mixtape. Salute to you. Bud finna shock the world. These EJ fans nervous. Indeed. He's a grand rival today. Wednesday media workout. I forgot what Thursday is, Friday and Saturday. You already know. So I don't, let me check. I would be they haven't. Let me check my press release. Check my press release. I know the Pivot podcast is premiering Terrence Crawford's interview at 12 today. You know what I'm saying? From my understanding, let me double check that time. Yeah, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's gonna be Crawford's time. I want to know. What question. I want to hear what type of questions they have. So the Pivot podcast is gonna be on deck. What I would be remiss to say, why would they have? They should just have a media scrum, if that. But why do that if they having a press conference? You know what I'm saying? And why would they have a Wednesday media workout if they already had that workout before? I would be surprised if they do that, because if Spence is not on weight, that's taking more time out for an open workout. I want to see an open workout. I'm not against the open workout, of course, because we know Crawford's going to be in shape. But for Spence, I only want them to do an open workout if he's on weight. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want him to go in there and give us the turtle version. You know what I'm saying? The sloth bundle pack limited edition. If he's not more in shape than it was before, on this Tuesday, I'm not trying to see this shit on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to think about this shit today and tomorrow. Oh man, we got these workouts. If they have open workouts, cool, but I'm not trying to see that shit again. If they're gonna come in there and hit the same motherfucking pass all slow, and Derek gonna take a moment and goddamn slap him with a damn left hook, I don't want to see it, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to see that shit again. If they're not gonna give us a full workout and nothing like that for the fans, there's gonna be more people on deck right now. I know for a fact there's more people on deck. There's more people on deck right now. For a fact, there's more people on deck. So the weigh-in is going to be open to the public, which is great. But if they are going to have an open workout tomorrow, then it's only good if they're going to do something different, because if they should have Spence go first. They should have Spence go first, because Crawford went first last time. But the reason why I'm saying they should have Spence go first is he still got to drop weight. Get him in, get him out, so he can go on and get his stuff out the way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, pretty much. Get him in, get him out, and get your stuff. And then, Crawford come do what he's supposed to do. But really, we want to see the final press conference. They be out there. They've been out there doing that cardio. People been hitting me up in the DMs talking about, you're wrong. You're trying to insinuate it's a fat camp. Hey, it was a fat camp, bro. However you want to get mad about it, adjust that pad Okay, adjust that pad. Make sure it don't get too saturated. It was a fat camp. If somebody's running heels still, it was a fat camp. You're not out there putting in all that work, and you got to fight Saturday, and you just banking on everything for your body to recover. After the weigh-ins when you rehydrate. First of all, you got to make weight. If you don't make weight, the fans are going to be extremely upset. But in Spence's case, there's going to be a lot of fans that give him a therapeutic exemption because he put it out there, and it was for this reason. He put the shit out there to make it a point that he's been having problems making weight at 147. He's a natural 165, 168. So since he put it out there, it's just a cushion for him to take the repercussion and consequences of missing the scales. That's all. He wanted to let people know, oh, this is gonna be a hard weight cut, and it's too much. I've been in this weight class my whole career almost, and it's tough. He was just setting y'all up, man. He just wanted to cushion the blow a little bit. That's all. That's all that shit was. He wanted to cushion the blow. So if he go ahead and have problems missing weight, he have to go back and try to lose that and get back on the scale. Y'all won't dog him out too bad. So I really hope he goes first if it's an open workout tomorrow, and then going about his business and drop them. I want him to really make weight, so both fighters will have equal, competitive desires walking into that ring. I don't want one fighter to go in there and he lost his belts on the scales, and the only fighter that can fight for him is Terrence Crawford, who is going for 2-time undisputed. So, these narratives will run rampant. I tell my, well, he didn't really beat, him for. No, look, he's getting in the ring. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Arrow's getting in the ring, whether he make weight or don't. He's getting in the ring. There's too many people that's out there. You know what I'm saying? The fight's too big. We still got, 4 more days in the shoot. So we're hoping and praying that everything continue to works out. My only thing is, if you out there pushing pavement to drop some pounds, anything can happen, man. You can get injured. Listen, people think an injury is something with blunt force trauma. An injury can be something just from you jogging and your body start to cramp up. You talking about you're not drinking the same amount of water, the volume of water that you're used to drinking. You know what I'm saying? Your body's drier than usual. You can pull a muscle. You know what I'm saying? Your calf or your hamstrings can start to cramp up, and you can slightly pull a muscle. If you slightly pull anything at this point in the fight, it's going to be tough, man. You can go back to the room, ice it, do what you got to do. But if you still got some pounds to lose and you pull something, it's fucked up. It's bad. It gets real shifty from then on. So I really hope he don't hurt himself out there on them streets. And you're out there running. Everybody else that's running with you is not in your condition. Like they came in there with a hearty breakfast. You know what I'm saying? The last video I seen, Errol was over there by the mountains in the shade. That dude was over there in the mountain. He was next to the mountain in the shade. That nigga was trying to dip out in the goddamn cave and shit, dog. I'm telling you, he's trying to dip off and see that goddamn surgeon. Did you do it? Do you think you could do it? Hey, we'll be cutting it close, man. It's very, very sketchy, man. Now, I can do it, but I'm just saying it'll be very sketchy, man. You don't want nothing popping on the test, man. And, you'll be sore, man. You just don't have enough time to recover. All right. Let me get back out here then. Damn. You might want to get that last liposuction and get some of them fat cells out of there. And goddamn step on them scales Friday. You know what I'm saying? Hey, them surgeons over there on the West Coast willing to do anything and everything, goddamn it. Shit, they give you liposuction while you riding down the highway. For real. They'll try to cut corners by any means necessary, man. Shit done changed. East Money on deck. I see you. We already got the MS putting Inouye over Bud. Spence fan broken right now. Inouye is at 122. You know what I'm saying? 4th division. Kudos to Inouye. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations. In a way, earned the undisputed, and then went in here, he's unified. Kudos to him in the lower divisions. But just like they criticized Ndongo, who was Paul Butler again? Who was Paul Butler again? I mean, I'm you can say what you want, how you want, or whatever the case may be. He got to record it, and he stacked away 2 accomplishments in a short window. He did. But if you ask anybody about what he's, they will only look at Nonito Donaire. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they will. It is what it is, man. Like, hey, he got the accolades. He went up there and fought for a unified champion, undefeated. He's undefeated now. His first fight, undefeated. So it's gonna be easy for them to continue to look at Inoue. Oh man, look at him, he's a monster. Crawford go in here and become two-time undisputed. Is no question about nothing. Serious. Because Inoue has been the most lightest fighter that's even close on the pound for pound list. When he was back, they've been attached to him for quite some time, man. They've been attached to him for quite some time. So it's been heavier weight classes up in that top 5 pound for pound for quite some time. But Inoue has been holding down the real estate. Yes, he's been holding down the real estate, man. So, Crawford just has to go ahead and get it done. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you look at pound for pound, you have to say to yourself, okay, how do we examine freaking Cool Boy Steph's freaking resume? Who did he, Brandon Figueroa? Yeah, he was undefeated. So, people is going to look at that. People is going to look at it when you try to break that shit down. Who did he fight of notoriety and all this other stuff? He got some O's up there. Inoue got some O's. He fought Cool Boy Steph, who took the title from freaking Brandon Figueroa. He got some O's. You know what I'm saying? EJ running on the road fight week. That's something to worry about. Talk to him, man. It's absolutely something to worry about. Up in the morning. Yes. Longitude and latitude. Over. Longitude and latitude. I mean, come on, bro. They was up here talking about that man was already looking big and in shape. Why your man's still out on the road kicking sands? They got that man running in the sand across the desert. Man, they got him sweating any way possible, man. Arrows out that bitch seeing goddamn women dancing. You know what I'm saying? The Bahamas women, them Hawaiian, they got them dancing. He said, "Oh man, that's the oasis right there. I love that. Look at those women over there." Hey, Frank Marsh said, "It ain't no women over there, champ. What you looking at? It ain't. Oh shit! I swear to God, we about to roll up on them motherfuckers for real." No, champ, you need to stay focused. FOCUS, champ. FOCUS. You know what Coach told you 1,001 times. FOCUS. But I am focused. I see them women dancing up there. It's blue water too. Nah, that's what they call a mirage, champ. That's you hallucinating. You know what I'm saying? Stay with it. I'm right here, champ. I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? You need something to drink? I got this damn Dr. Pepper, Coke, give you that quick caffeine hit, and it'll take you along your way, champ. Just let me know. I'm right here, champ. Don't fall out. Stay FOCUS, champ. Goddamn Frank Martin trying to keep him motivated. That dude out there seeing women dancing. You know what I'm saying? Hula dances and shit. Motherfuckers got sliced pineapples, mangoes, kiwis. You know what I'm saying? Camels out that bitch. Them appetizers have been served. The main course will be there soon, my brother. Yes, sir. 4 days and running. 4 days, y'all. 4 days in this fish fry. 4 days on deck. Crawford is going to what? We got a stray alert. Stray alert. Stray, activate, stray. More breadcrumbs. More breadcrumbs. Stray alert. Activate. Activate. More breadcrumbs. More breadcrumbs. Put the breadcrumbs down there now. The strays have made it over here to the chat. Crawford gonna win. What? Crawford gonna win. I know he is. I know he is. I know you got Crawford picked. I know you got him picked. You a smart man. You a smart man. Yes, sir. I know you got him picked. What up, WCS? I'd be surprised if he hurt Spence. What you mean you'd be surprised if he hurt Spence? What's a surprise though? You got to speak. Look, y'all adults that want to troll, you got to come up here with more than short sentences that make you sound like you're not trying to be discovered to be an adult. You know what I'm saying? Put down the goddamn Delta 9 edibles, okay? Because obviously that shit is goddamn fucking you up early in the morning. Put down the Delta 9 edibles and speak in complete sentences. You know what I'm saying? Speak in complete sentences. Speaking complete sentences. He's stopping them. WJ Luckett on deck. What's good? He's stopping them, period. He got the fish on his back. We're ready for the fish fry. We're ready for the fish fry, man. You see him with the so-called big fish. That's what happened when fish is out of water. You put them on your back and take them ashore and fillet them. You prep them and throw them on the grill, man. That's what we doing. We throw them on the grill and we throw them in the goddamn hot grease. We might have some people that's up there that want some fish fry straight out the hot grease, or you want some that's doing throw it on the grill with the shish kebabs, you know, and the sausage and all the corn on the cob, you know, burgers. We having the whole deal, but the primary entree is gonna be fish. We frying up that fish, dog. When they fight anybody outside the house, Monster One means 700. Okay. PBC is 4-23. Damn, you heavy into that shit. You know the damn schematics, the numbers. Okay, I got you. I'm not sure if the Thursday is like a press conference. Thursday has to be the press conference. They're not gonna have an open workout or anything on a Thursday, so to speak, if I'm not mistaken. Thursday is usually like the last final presser. Get to see the fighters, you know what I'm saying, before they weigh in. You know, the teams get to address those who are in attendance, the media that's in attendance, and so forth, like always, and talk about how everything's been going. Of course, if you've seen and heard how Spence talked, you know, at the open workout, you know, several days ago, imagine what he's gonna sound like coming from those heels. It's gonna be like listening to Charlie Brown and your hearing already fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You know you barely heard Charlie Brown say a motherfucking thing. Let's see. Wednesday workout is for the undercard fighters only, if I'm not mistaken. That sounds more of that sounds more along the lines them having an open workout for the undercard fighters. Isak Cruz and all them. Ain't he on the card or something like that? Yeah. That sounds a bit more fitting. He's running on the road. EJ finna miss weight. He's running on the road. Man, if he's still running on fight week, he still have enough time to recover before the fight. If he's still running on the road, that means he has to be still above around 8 pounds. I mean 8 pounds. If he's still trying to cut weight, he has to be at least about 8 pounds. I'll say minimum 5 pounds over, something like that. It could even be 10. You never know. If they outside still in Vegas, it can even be 10. I try to tell people how heavy he looked. He came around that corner. I say, damn, you know, EJ looking healthy. I wonder what the L section was talking about now. They was all about, you know, talking that shit, that hellfire insult. You know, oh, he looked big. Terrence looked like his little brother and all this. Hey, that dude's still out there on the road, dog. That shit is not good. They about to goddamn come up with some freaking act, a state of emergency, something. You know what I'm saying? Something crazy about to happen if he can't drop this weight. I'm telling you. They need to look around the corners and under the bends and in the trees and see if Keith Thurman lurking over there. Keith Thurman probably flew into that bitch and goddamn they ushered him out of the VIP session into a limo. Keith Thurman probably over there too. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? They got drone work. They got all this shit. You know, people keep putting out Spence still out there on the road. If Spence can't make work, wait, man. I'm pretty sure goddamn Thurman done flew his ass in there in the maw of night. Keith Thurman flew his ass in there in the maw of night, dipped into the room. You know, Keith Thurman already on weight. He already there. Just in case. Oh man, it was too much. You know, he was going blind for making weight. You know, he didn't have no more. He wasn't pissing out anything. He couldn't piss no more. We couldn't get nothing up out of him. So last minute replacement is gonna be Keith Thurman. Oh shit, man. Come on, man. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. We don't want that. Somebody go get them out them streets, man. We need to help them understand it's 4 days before the fish fry. You knew damn well when this fight was taking place, you should have had your ass dropping weight all the time. You was over there in a place that was a heat wave going on, man. You should have started cooking those damn fat cells and shrinking them down quick. What the fuck you was doing, bro? We don't have time for this nonsense, man. Everybody done took off work. They used up all their PTO time. They PTO, ETO, DTO, NEO, goddamn YZO, any type of damn leave you got. You know what I'm saying? MDO, ATO. Everybody used up every freaking damn leave they could possibly have, dog. You know what I'm saying? They take this day off. We need the two fighters that's supposed to go in there and fight. That's what we need. We don't need none of that switch hitting shit. You know, bringing Keith Thurman on at the last minute. We don't need none of that, bro. Pablo on deck. I see you in the building. Juice Lee Monster wasn't losing to no grown man with a rat tail. Yeah, man, that rat tail is about 1975 in my Brian Custer voice. Stephen Fulton, do you think it was the rat tail that did it? Were your balance off? Just let me know because you look bad. What was it? Who told you to wear the rat tail and why? It's a two-part question, Stephen. Please answer. It's a two-part question. Do you know the rat tail came out back in 1966? Yeah, give or take. Mother got a rat tail on that. And goddamn Inouye put that motherfucking trap on his ass. Inouye put that trap on him. No Name, you were on True Media live stream, right? He had me crying. Shout out to Tough Glove Boxing on deck. $5 super chat in the building. I appreciate you. Salute to everybody that came for this WCS cooking. This thumbnail says everything. Yeah, we got the shark on our back, man. You know, he already been sent to the butcher. Look at him. Mouth open. Just like he been goddamn flip-flopping and shit on them hills in Vegas. He was happy when Terrence pulled up and said, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I put you out here to let you know the shark can't do shit out of water. He goddamn caught that motherfucker, dumped him in the streets of Vegas. And the shark was just like kicking around and shit, man. Them streets was hot. 91, 92 degrees this early in the morning. Shark was just bucking around, picked that motherfucker up, put him on his back, took him right to the goddamn butcher. The grills are hot. We ready. You know, already filleted them up, got them all nice. You know what I'm saying? In season, we ready. We ain't worried about whatever happened in Japan. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no yakisoba, taco rice. This is we having a different type of cookout over here, man. Even though I love me some Japanese food, I ain't gonna fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? This is not it, man. But this is a straight up American fish fry over here, and this is for 2-time undisputed. If you don't know, now you know. God damn it, understand. This is welterweight history. I don't think there's one person that say they seen, Bud Crawford out there in them streets. But shout out to Tough Glove Boxing for the $5 super chat, my brother. As much love to you. You know how we do. The grand rivals today, it is what it is, man. I'm just looking at it like I like the grand rivals because if you get there early enough, you can get some good pictures. I mean, as a photographer, I like the grand rivals. But, like I said before, if they're going to ask the same questions, it just gets redundant. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they can ask them is say, how are you feeling right now? After all the talk leading up to this fight week right here, how are you feeling? And then, okay, you can ask them that. And then, it's not too much more you can ask them. Except, what does this fight mean to you? Hey, Gabe, didn't we go over this before? Just going off producer notes there, Terrence. You seem a little touchy. I'm dropping weight, nigga. Have you ever dropped weight? On to the next fighter. Errol Spence, will you please make it up? I'll talk to you later, Terrence, after the fight, okay? Errol, come on up. Just like I asked Terrence, how are you feeling and what do you think? You going to get a knockout? Do you see it going the distance? I saw you in the street. How are you feeling? Stronger? You look full? Man, stop lying, man. You know I don't look full, man. I'm tired as fuck, dog. I'm just being honest, man. If I can goddamn sink my teeth into a goddamn cow, and I know them cows are nice and cooked right now out there in that sun. I eat that motherfucker, all of it. I eat the whole cow, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Pickles, give me some pickles and everything, man. I eat the whole cow, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of ketchup. I'm hungry than a motherfucker, dog. Oh, man. If somebody say they just give me anything, a Spam sandwich. Just give me a Spam sandwich with a tad bit of mustard. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. God, what I would do for a 7-Eleven Slurpee. No. That's right up my alley, Spence. Here you go. Yeah. I knew you would ask that. That's why I was riding beside you up in the mountains. You remember? I got that fresh Slurpee for you. Your favorite color, strawberry. You want to sip? No. Why would I do that? I want you to make weight. No, I can't do that. I can't do it to you, Spence. Stay focused. F-O-C-U-S. Focus. F-O-C-U-S. Okay? Don't worry about this Slurpee. If you hear me over here Slurpee, don't worry about it, dog. Don't worry about it. Just make weight. Just make weight. That's all. Jackie Johnson, what's good? The fact they messaged you to try to argue says a lot. Yeah, man, they was up here messaging me on some dumb shit, dog. But it's to be expected. We got 4 days out, bro. We got 4 days out to history. You know what I'm saying? We focus on Vegas, not what happened in Japan. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with Inouye, anyway. It has nothing to do with him. This is the biggest fight. I don't know what happened over there. You know what I'm saying? This is the biggest fight. 12-rounder, championship showcase, welterweight history. You know what I'm saying? 4-belt era. This is what we want to see. We want to see Bud Crawford make history. The first. You know what I'm saying? T-H-E space first. The first. That's what we're trying to look at. Justin Booker on deck. What's good? When you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. What was Errol thinking? Question mark. I don't know, man. That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm just saying that, they say he got the dog in him. You know what I'm saying? He got the dog this morning. Roof, 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 roof. That dog went from barking to ouch, 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 ouch. He went from barking to saying, my muscles hurt. Oh my God, my muscles hurt. This Vegas heat is just brutal. That Vegas heat kicking his ass. The devil's up there tap dancing on his shoulders. Yeah, all the sins you was committed. Nigga, I say you and I was riding or dying. We gonna ride or die in this bitch. I told you, you in my world now. The devil's up there dancing on his shoulders in the heat. Dancing on him. Spence turned around looking at that nigga like, man, dude, man, I'll knock your bitch ass out, man, if I wasn't so tired. You ain't gonna do shit, nigga. Hey, we riding partners. We ride or die, nigga. Come on, man. Come on. Keep stepping. 1, 2, run. Swing your arms. Swing your arms. There you go. There you go. There you go. Did you eat this morning? I did. Did you eat? Huh? The devil up there fucking with his ass in the heat, dog. What would you like right now? Huh? Another butter? Huh? Want another butter? Huh? What was your favorite popsicles growing up? You want a nice ice cream sandwich? Oh, I know that. I know that for sure. You would definitely like an ice cream sandwich. Yeah, that would be delicious. What about a banana split with all the toppings? Strawberry with chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Both fudge, that milk chocolate and white chocolate. All that. I know you would like that. I know you would. The devil be fucking with Spence this morning. The devil gonna be fucking with him all day. He gonna get a little he gonna get a little relief when the grand arrivals. If the grand arrivals today, he gonna get a little relief. But when they ask him those questions, man, I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. I think that man gonna be so freaking dead in the water. If he's hyped up, that means they was able, because you gotta think about it. It's like he can't really rehydrate any of that shit that's going on because they're trying to get all that out of his system. So he's really low on water right now, right? And then, like somebody said, like if you was drinking alcohol and your body has to go through the transition, it's just not as easy as transitioning over to a nutritional and a liquid diet, so to speak, and have your body just do that within a week or two. Your organs take time, bro. Your organs take time for that shit to happen, to properly transition. I mean, Monster's been top 4. He's been top 4. I mean, has the last one. He might still be on it. I should say. I'm mad. I have to make this damn Fulton video today. Anyone made it look easy though. But Fulton be back. Remember how Floyd did Diego Corrales? Corrales came back strong. I'm not really looking at, what they did, what Diego Corrales and Floyd Mayweather in that sense. It's just, when I look at Fulton saying how pretty he still looked, his face ain't scratched up, but he was touching you though enough to knock you down. But you're looking at the people and saying, your face ain't scratched up or anything like that, but your belts are gone. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest damn scratch and scar of them all. The belts are gone. The belts are no longer in your possession, brother. So just think about this, right? Just think about this. The guy who he should have fought, like MJ, him and MJ never fought. MJ was busy doing whatever he was doing. He ended up losing his belts, right? And all along, Salim, he wanted to fight for the belts. He never got an opportunity just yet. So I wonder if he's gonna get an opportunity to fight anyway. Now that he's the new unified, I don't know if there's a rematch clause in there. I don't know. We haven't really heard those details come out yet. But we do have a fight this weekend. We do. Hey, and people, I am a boxing channel. I am. But in a way, and Fulton fight doesn't even compare to be inserted into the Crawford Spence 4 days out. It doesn't even come close, dog. It doesn't even come close, man. The hype, the backstory between these two, wondering if Spence is going to make weight, the theories and opinions, you know what I'm saying? All the critics, the boxing writers, You know what I'm saying? The temporary and casual fans. It's just so much at the buffet line, y'all. It's so much. It's so much that's we getting down to it. It's so much at the buffet line right now. People just nitpicking every little thing, bro. It's so close. Seriously. Facts, he might as well just go up to 126. Why? Why should he go up to 126? Doesn't it seem like he makes 122 just fine? I mean, what he gonna go up there and fight L-Trend? L-Trend say he's trying to become undisputed. Well, he's gonna go up to 126 and run into L-Trend and fight L-Trend? L-Trend is trying to come undisputed. Unless he can go up there and get a title. How's that gonna work? He should have had a rematch clause in there. That was Inouye's freaking first title shot at that weight class. So why wasn't a rematch? Somebody tell me that. Salute W says them strays in here getting fatter. Them breadcrumbs like Spence. For real. You know what I'm saying? Thomas in the building. Them breadcrumbs, man, they're getting used to the taste right now. That mold doesn't even affect them like the first time they did it. They sent it right to the damn shitter. You know, they got all the shit out their system. They came back and they tried it again. They couldn't resist. They went up there, boom. Oh shit, I'm not having no ill effects from this. I like it. Go tell it on the mountains. You know what I'm saying? Go tell it on the mountains, over the hills, and everywhere. Goddamn, that left on the jawline. Goddamn, will we see Bud Crawford take advantage of Errol Spence right side? If he's indeed impaired, so to speak, I'm just guessing. If he's indeed impaired just a bit, he had the glasses on and all that. I'm curious to know if he's gonna have those glasses on. I'm gonna go on a limb and say yes, he's gonna have the glasses on when he comes to the grand arrival. He's gonna have glasses on. He's gonna have the focals, because everything deals with focusing today. You know what I'm saying? This entire week, focus and focusing. Errol was fully dressed, hitting that road. He was the only one wearing all black and long sleeve, long pants, like he wanted dark colors to absorb the sun heat so he could sweat more. Now, Blanche, you know he was doing everything possible to call upon the sun gods, Blanche. I can't make this up, Blanche. He was calling upon the sun gods. The sun gods only address you if you dressed in all black. Over the years, you know, running in different countries in the court, I really became one with the sun gods. Because if you want to drop weight, the sun gods understand that if they catch you running in all black in the heat, they will pay you more attention than other people that may be out there hiking or running in light colors, shorts. You know what I'm saying? They'll let them pass. They would just give them the regular raise. But the ones they see running all suited and booted, you know what I'm saying? Long pants, long shirts, hoodie, layered up 2 and 3 shirts on, sweat tops, beanie. Yeah, they give them extra attention. They give them the extra thrill of soaking in those raised blunts. You hit it on the head, blunts. You know what I'm saying? Them sun gods are giving him extra attention. Extra attention. That's what you get when you cut corners. And now the easy route done fucked you up, and you got to come and pay the toll to cross that bridge. I told you this toll is different. Paying the toll across the bridge this time is different. Yes, sir, it's different. You just can't goddamn give them currency. You got to give them your heart. You got to give them your soul. That's the damn price you got to pay to cross this bridge. You can't just walk your ass across there like you used to. It's over. You cheated the system long enough. You took the easy route, knowing damn well you still had this at the end. And now you on fight week, still running. Imagine that. A sucker is born every time. I swear. Nobody around you could have told you to stay focused. If y'all was talking about this fight in January, it didn't behoove you to start getting in shape. You could have got with the Charlo brothers, man, and say, man, hey, Terrence hit me up in January. This fight going down. I got to start knocking off this weight. Nope. It didn't even give you a sense of urgency to start knocking off this weight. It didn't give you a sense of urgency, bro. The aerosexuals have saved up all their McDonald's paychecks just to try to buy the pay-per-view. Hey, man, I ain't mad at them, you know. If they are saving up, you know what I'm saying, just to take that leave, you know, they're up there selling kids' meal out the back of the McDonald's franchise. You know what I'm saying? They selling them for the low, and they just throwing the apple pie in that bitch. I ain't mad at them. Get your hustle on. Get your hustle on, goddammit. I ain't mad at you. If you selling kids' meals out the back with an apple pie in it, I ain't mad at you. Get it how you live, bro. Shout out to Toby Bartlett in the building. Salute WCS in the chat. We're global, baby. We're global. Only 4 days left until the big fish fry. We're going to fry the big MFer. I don't know what MFer mean. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like a little bit raw for my language. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep the language in a Christian, you know what I'm saying, religious type Mormon monk, you know, any type of the most high supreme being. Okay. But in this particular case this week, you're going to hear a lot of people start to use this profanity. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why that's the case, why people want to start using that profanity and start cussing niggas cold the fuck out. I don't know why Fight Week does that to fans. Serious. You know what I'm saying? It seems like they have a vested interest, man. We got people with money on this. Man, they're getting rowdy, bro. You got fans that's getting rowdy. We got aerosexuals out here sucker punching their shadows. You know what I'm saying? Serious, there's some weird shit I was seeing out there. I'm gonna drop the video, man. Seriously, I seen some aerosexuals sucker punching their shadows, y'all. Doing some crazy sucker shit. Real talk. Real talk. You see a motherfucker goddamn swing on it. It's like, damn, he just spent the full 360 and fell on the ground. That nigga up there hitting the damn canvas like Sean Porter was. And I walked over to him. I said, bro, you okay? Nah, this damn motherfucker right here keep following me around. He a goddamn Crawford fan. I said, no, nigga, that's your shadow. You okay? No, fuck that. That ain't my shadow, man. That nigga's trying to see what I'm doing. I was on my phone. I look over my shoulder. That nigga right there. I stole on his ass. These aerosexuals are lost, man. I swear to God. The aerosexuals are lost, man. They up there beating up their shadows, bro. They fist are all bloody and shit, man. That Vegas sun got them motherfuckers spooked. I'm serious. That Vegas sun got them spooked out there, bro. They got them aerosexuals spooked all to be damned. Don't listen to me though. Just know, looking at the thumbnail, we ready for this 4 days to tick on off. That's all we going. We waiting. We waiting for fight night. Really, we waiting for every fight to go by, and they're gonna be having sidebar conversations in this bitch. And then all of a sudden they can say, "Hey man, the ring walk. Hey, we good. Everybody gonna start coming back." All right, yeah. Father God in heaven, we come to you this day, Father God, and pray that you bless us with a win. You know, Bud Crawford going to here becoming 2-time undisputed. Father God, we pray to you in your holy name that you will reach out and rebuke them aerosexuals from being ringside and being a distraction. And Father God, we know that Errol Spence has cut corners. Yes, we do, Father God. We know that he's cut corners. He's cheated the sport, Father God. I'm not snitching, but I'm talking to you, Father God. I'm not snitching to you. I'm just having a prayer, Father God. And also, Father God, you know that he has been sinning, you know, And he has been walking in here claiming that Crawford's resume is a zero point 0.5. And I ask that you show him, Father God, that he is absolutely wrong, for even thinking such. And being that he say, Crawford never fought nobody, but Father God, I want him to know, and I want you to let him know that come July 29th, he is in there with somebody. He may think that Crawford's fought nobody, but I want you to let him know he's in there July 29th against the best. You understand, Father God? And when that knockout comes, Father God, we pray to you that you would cushion the back of his head when it hit the canvas, Father God, so he can live to box another day. That's all I ask you, Father God. And no, I'm not snitching, but one more thing, Father God, he is out there in them Vegas streets in the heat, Father God. We ask that you allow him to shed those final pounds. And we ask that he's able to show up in a healthy state of mind. We ask that his trainer be punished, Father God, for slapping that man the way he did. Father God, he needs to be punished. Yes, he does. So in the end, Father God, and all I ask of you in your holy name that Team Crawford is protected, and they come in there in full strength and health, 100%, and they get this victory. And that Errol Spence is able to move up to 154, and that is that. I really have nothing else for you, God. But thank you very much for this time and devotion. And I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, Father God. Please bless us all in your holy name. Amen. He's going to be stronger later in the fight. I don't see it as he kills himself to cut his late bit of weight. I believe Bud will be stronger of the two. You say, my thing is, Arrow fans say he's going to be stronger later in the fight. A lot of Arrow sexuals, they only get off the sitting position to go to the bathroom and go grab a Twinkie and sit right back down in front of the computer. A lot of them don't know what stronger means later on in the fight. It sounds good. But Carlos, let me ask you this. Aren't they the ones who say that Bud is a slow starter? Oh, so they feel that Bud being a slow starter and Arrow comes out and his regular pace, he pushes the pace. And when Bud starts to come on and start landing his punches, that's when Arrow's going to take it up another gear. Oh, what gear is that? What fight can I look and see when he starts to change gear 2, 3, and 4, and 5? Do you have a reference? What gear is that? Because it seems like he goes the same gear all the time. What gear is that again? Where he's going to just turn it on and become stronger later on in the fight? How do they know how bad this dude is feeling? Have I not been briefing the people that he was going to have a tougher time making weight? Did you see him out in the streets of Texas when he was on Fight Week with Yadina Sugas? So therefore, I had to be making some sense. I told you all months ago he was gonna have a bad weight cut because he out of Texas. I told y'all. They don't want to listen. They keep on talking about I'm hating. I said he leave Texas. He gonna have to do shit the right way. You know what? I don't have to say it. You know what it is. He left Texas and he got to cut weight differently. You don't have the home sauce, man. You don't have the home sauce. That's why all this stuff going on with NDAs and all this. We can't talk about freaking testing results and Victor Conte coming up and saying, "Hey, Crawford is already signed up. We waiting on you," and all this other shit. Come on, bro. How can it take you that long? Just like they say he never made weight. When have you seen him on Fight Week cutting weight? And people are gonna say, "Oh, it's because he's old." He's been out the ring for 15 months, and you didn't think this fight was gonna happen. You didn't think to say what? Just like they said up top, stay ready so you know how to get ready. You knew you had this fight on the calendar. You knew you did. If you knew you was gonna have a hard time, you couldn't be you wasn't able to cut corners. You should have got down to it. You should have got down to it, bro. You should have got down to it. Nobody on your team could have told you that, hey, you might want to get, cutting this weight. When he was on live and didn't know it, he said, I did an extra 10 minutes. No, that wasn't enough, bro. That wasn't enough, man. That wasn't enough. Real talk. Man, the shit I said came to fruition, dog. Real talk. I told y'all, this nigga leave Texas, he gonna have a hard time cutting weight. When have you ever seen, just like the aerosexuals love to, when have you seen him miss weight? Y'all talk about how big he is. Well, you have to look at it that you are right. When have we seen him miss weight? But in a fight of this magnitude, out the ring for 15 months, all because of, conditions outside the control of Crawford, he could have been still dropping weight if he knew he was up in 185, 190s. He could have been dropping weight a long time ago, man, the right way. But he loved doing what he's doing. So when have you seen him out on the roadway in Texas? He was in the gym with your Dennis Ugas. He was looking all nice and shredded. They got him down quick. Snap, crackle, pop. He was down in weight, super shredded, shoulders back, marching. All the pictures, motherfucker was looking. Step in this big black boot. Goddamn, Spence was ready. He found out that fight was going to be in Vegas. He would have to leave that nest. Everything I said came to fruition. I told you you're going to have a hard weight cut. He wasn't able to cut corners like he was in Texas. Certain people got upset, but how you like me now, shawty? How you like me now? I told you he's going to have a hard weight cut. I'm not saying he ain't going to make weight. I say he's going to have a difficult weight cut. So it's good that the aerosexuals are up here predicting that, you know what, he's going to come in stronger on the mid part of the fight. What if he don't make it to the fight? What if he don't make it to the mid part of the fight? Just like Crawford told Benavidez, be quiet before you don't make it to your fight. What if he don't make it to the middle of the fight? That's what the aerosexuals don't want to believe. They keep talking about, oh man, he's going to get stronger as the fight go along. And what do you think Crawford's going to be doing? The guy who's working on technique and going through drills and only has like 2 pounds to lose. What do you think he's going to be rested too? He's going to be rested, 35 years old. What y'all want him to turn 38 overnight from Friday to Saturday? You think he's going to turn from 35 to 38 years old? It don't work that way. Boxing Fan Talk on deck. Yes, sir. 4 days out, man. Checking in, WCS. Salute to you in the building. Samar said, Grand Rising. It's indeed the Grand Rising, man. You know what I'm saying? 4 suns and 4 moons. I'm going to keep it real. All Arrow has to do is survive. And I believe they would give him the W. Bud knows this. I look at it different. I'm not going to say all he has to do is survive and they'll give it to him. That's highly possible. You know, it's highly possible that when it comes to the sport of boxing, based off what we witness, it is highly possible for a situation to occur that has people up in arms. You know what I'm saying? It is possible. They do it all the time. It can be a headbutt. It can be a low blow that somebody can't continue. You know what I'm saying? It can be a lot of holding. You're right. You're right, bro. It can be a lot. Not just the scorecards, but it can be a lot, man. It can be anything that comes out of the blue and make you shake your head. It's like, why are they stopping the fight again? Why are they stopping the fight, bro? What's going on? Why are they stopping this fight? It can be plenty of things, man. We've seen this shit happen out of the blue. We've seen Tony Weeks stop the fight for no damn reason. We know the caliber of fighters that's in there, right? So if one of these fighters get hurt, we're betting that the referee provides them ample amount of time to recover. Not just they're hurt and they go up against the rope and the referee get close and then the fighter throws a punch that never lands and then the referee step in and call the fight. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to factor in what we seen with Caleb Plant too and Benavidez. Caleb Plant and Benavidez. I swear Caleb held that motherfucker about 2,129 and a half times, dog. Dude was just a whole fest, man. It was just a whole fest like a bear climbing a tree. It sucked. It sucked, man. Goddamn Kenny Bayless act like he never even been in a fight before, got over 800 some fights. He had like he never seen, didn't warn him, just up there looking at the damn offense. Huh? No, I ain't see them. So what you're telling us, you didn't see him holding 3,316 times. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it. And anybody in the chat, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? No, hold up. Let me do my due diligence first. Man, the more and more I see that freaking Stephen Fulton shit, it doesn't seem it doesn't seem on par with He didn't look like he was even trying, man. No. All these pictures, man, in a way got his chin up. He's just lunging in on Fulton, who has pretty good defense. Man, bullshit, dog. Hold on for a second. They got so many pictures of Fulton getting beat up. When have you ever seen Fulton get beat up like that? Stupid, man. Errol Spence said his determination is what's going to beat Crawford. Yeah, determination is the same thing as stepping. You think stepping and you're determined to stay stepping, that's going to do it. It's all deals with the same thing, will and all this other shit. So let me try to find out what I want, though. Let me see. Let me see. Um, and man, y'all hit the like button. I'm just trying to find out something right quick because I don't know why it's not already out there. It might be, just haven't found it. But I'm trying to find out the referee. Who's the referee? Anybody know the referee, please? Can you put it in the chat? Who's the referee for this fight? That's very important to note also. Who's the referee? Is it Richard Steele, the win? Is it Richard Steele? I want to know. Kenny Eilis? Is it Kenny Eilis? I see nothing. Richard Steele, your freaking moment. You know what I'm saying? Is it him? Who is it? Stone Cold, Lawrence Cole. Let's see. I mean, why is this not being posted yet, Shouty? Yeah, I was trying to find out the ref, man. Shout out to Justin Booker with the $5 super sticker. Much appreciated. One love to your brother. Thanks for supporting the channel. Hard work doesn't go unnoticed. I appreciate you, man. Another L for PBC. Fulton got fried. He did, man. Look, I was just looking at all them pictures that they have. It just looked like this dude was getting beat up. It looked like he got the orders. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Man, one thing you can't take away is a person that know how to box. And how did he just let a smaller guy from a bantamweight, a super flyweight, come up there and dominate him like that? Man, bullshit, dog. Bullshit. All that glove, and he may not fight, and all that shit. All that shit was just a damn smoking screen, man. Gerald Cross, come on, man. Come up with something better than that. Hey, don't let them strays come over here. You know, they over here because they want to be with the winning team. Always remember that. They over here because they want to be with the winning team now. You know what I'm saying? Let them strays walk. Let them sniff around. You know what I'm saying? They get too close to your heel. Just give them a little nudge. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to kick their teeth out. Just give them a little, nudge. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Run along now. I'm not going to give you too many more than warnings. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Shout out to the Exo Factory and the building. What's good, OG? I'm getting the hot grease ready for the fried fish. Man, it's 4 days and counting, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to bring in some other sides, some shish kebabs, some sausages, some corn. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna throw everything on the grill, man. You know what I'm saying? But the main entree is gonna be that fish. You know what I'm saying? The champ brought the fish on deck, filleted it up real good. We're ready to eat. We're ready to eat, man. We are ready to eat. King Asian Mouth, what's good? He was beating the fuck out his shadow, dog. Them motherfuckers paranoid, dog. I try to tell you, they different. Hey, isn't it funny how you get an aerosexual to come over here and all they do want to keep on typing until they get recognized? Until somebody in the chat recognize them. They want to say some dumb stuff and until they get recognized. I'm not recognizing you. You know what I'm saying? I see you. Yeah, I see you enjoying the breadcrumbs I left out there. I appreciate you, that stray. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. I support the helping the strays out and everything like that. Feeding the strays. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate giving back. Animal control. Yes, we always link up and do business because sometimes I come over there and let some of the strays out and give you freedom. Okay, to come over to my chat and I feed you. You know what I'm saying? I work hand in hand with animal control for real. King Agent Math says shit. Let me help Gerald out. Hey Gerald, I'm about to drop the link so you can, say whatever you gotta say. King Agent Math, whoever. I just, I'm not talking about no predictions, no breakdowns, and none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just want to hear what y'all gotta say. I mean, and look, don't come at me because I'm more focused on this weekend. So I'm not gonna give you the time of day. I'm not on my tombstone time. I'm not on none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about the fish fry. I'm talking about the fish fry, dog. What do y'all think about Spence still out in the streets of Vegas drinking that sweat? You know what I'm saying? That sweat that he's trying to get off. That nigga look like he work in a goddamn factory. You know what I'm saying? Like he work in a warehouse factory, in a steel mill. You know what I'm saying? This dude really act like he was dressed like he was working in the mine. in the gold mines and shit, digging, clawing, scraping. What the fuck? This dude had on all black like he's about to go rob a freaking 7-Eleven for a Slurpee because he had to. He was thirsty. You know what I'm saying? He wanted them goddamn 7-Eleven hot dogs, man. You know, the ones that take about 7 weeks to freaking digest? That motherfucker wanted something like that. For real. I dropped the link. You know what I'm saying? I dropped the link. This is a light one this morning. Have y'all found out who the referee is for this fight? Because usually we know who the referee is. Have y'all found out who the referee is for this fight? I'm just disappointed, man. I'm disappointed that out of all these aerosexuals, they couldn't get this man on weight quicker than this. What I mean by on weight, that means getting within range. You know what I'm saying? Comfortable range to know where you're supposed to be. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Gerald, this link is for you too. I call your name. You can talk your shit. Just don't talk to me. Talk about this weekend. Asia Math is in the building on deck. What's good with it, bro?
Hey, salute, World Combat, salute. Yeah, what a disappointment, man. I bullshit you not. I was on I ain't gonna say that people that, because some people don't like other channels' names being broadcast, but we were doing the live, you know, because of the time, you know, restraints and differences. We were up till like 3, 4 in the morning waiting. Yeah. And so they say, well, we just gonna take a nap and wake back up. Man, when I woke up, saw the fight on, Fulton was getting knocked around. It was like 8th round. He just getting knocked around. I was like, oh my God. I said, am I dreaming? Is this just some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody just a montage a person made or something. But no, it was actual because I was still groggy and shit. We did like
I said the same thing, man. I saw the highlights on IG. I'll say, man, this nigga getting his ass beat.
I couldn't believe it.
When have you seen cool CBS man get his ass beat like that and just act like he didn't have no return? No, fuck that, man. I don't believe none of that shit.
So the energy. When I rewind because you know my feet was going, so all I had to do was just rewind. You know, just hit the you know. So I went on back to the prayer. I saw what I saw. You know, I said, damn, how did this happen? And I went back from round 1. Oh, no energy. None. Like somebody, like he was that dude talking shit in the classroom, and then I don't know what time y'all was getting out of school. Sometimes it was 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, depending on what district you was at. And once that 3 o'clock bell rang,
yeah, you know
what I'm saying? He was like that dude. I was like, damn. Now he had some moments. Like what round? I think that was the 5th round. He got that nice combo off. It was like, you know, enough of this shit. Say, okay, yeah, turn this shit around. And then he had another good moment. I think right before he got KO'd. But after he bloodied his nose and shit, and then he was just like, oh, I'm just finna dance. No, it's too late for that shit. He wasn't even dancing in the first round.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like true to form Fulton to me. The way he fought a guy who just moved up. A super flyweight at that,
man.
You know, truth be told, even lower than that, you know, a flyweight. You know, like you talking about a guy who's moving up for your belts, and you just made him look like he was a superstar, dog. Like he wasn't even.
He looked like Pacquiao,
Juan Manuel Marquez and shit.
No, Marquez fought back. Regardless of how he lost, you saw he wanted it.
Yeah,
I was gonna say. Well, Cotto wanted it too. Well, the way Pacquiao beat Margarito, the way Pacquiao beat Sugar Shane, the way Pacquiao beat Ricky Hatton. It was like a lot of remnants of when Pacquiao was looking good. You know what I'm saying? Where the other opponents just couldn't do shit, or even De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick.
World Combat. Let's go ahead and straighten this out. And I don't mean to put our personal business up front. Oh boy, reneged on the bet.
Real quick, before y'all personal business. Hey, Harvey
No,
Doc.
no,
They
because
just put out the announcement. Harvey Doc gonna be the judge. I mean the referee.
Okay, for sure, man.
yeah, we
Appreciate that.
found that
So
out last
Harvey's
night.
okay. I didn't know. I didn't see it nowhere. So Harvey Doc is a referee. That's kind of like a neutral dude. I know Team Crawford has something to do with that too. You
Yeah,
know,
they
we
said
couldn't
because
have no
he.
Kenny.
Okay, my bad.
Go ahead.
They said because he gonna let them bang. He ain't gonna be all all trying
Look,
to be all up
Tim
in the
Cheatham,
videos.
Tim Cheatham,
Well,
Dave Sutherland, and I think Weisfeld.
I mean, them
Yeah,
that look, those are
them the
Vegas
judges.
judges. Those are Vegas judges, and it's gonna be tough, man. Those guys right there has been a part of a lot of controversial decisions. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie.
Sutherland was just on the card where it was a bunch of other bullshit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Weisfeld and Cheatham. Oh man, they've
Oh
been
my
on there
god.
before, bro. They've been on there before, and this is turning
Hey,
into
I
a
don't mean to be
goddamn.
laughing like that, man. But you get the humor in that. Damn, I didn't know the judges. I'm just finding this out on your
Yeah,
thing. But I found out.
They
them
say
names right there, boy.
Sutherland scored George Kambosos and Max Hughes 114,
Correct.
and I think Sutherland scored 115, 113 for Haney over Long.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. I looked at all them guys, even fights before that, they've been a part of some controversial decisions. So
Yeah,
this is gonna be extremely interesting, man. Extremely
even I think
interesting.
when Crawford that one round where Crawford won convincingly, they gave it to Porter. I got to go back and look at the scorecard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll see because it's Vegas at the end of the day. Harvey Doc, yeah, people might be talking about how he let them fight, but come on now,
Why
it
is
all
y'all worrying
depends,
about
man.
the referee if Terrence
Hey,
Crawford gonna get in there?
hold on, bro. I'm not finished talking. Hold on. So
All right.
Harvey Doc, I'm not really tripping on Harvey Doc. Kenny Bayless, he don't see shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about it. Kenny Bayless, Tony Weeks just stopped a fight that was controversial. But we're talking about Vegas referees and all that. And hello to you too, Gerald. You know what I'm saying? You come over here talking shit.
Hey. Hey, you big talking shit, but it's all good. It's funny, but
I'm just saying, that's the first time you on the panel. You don't want to say what up or nothing. Let's get it. What you got to say, bro?
we
Your mic going out.
Just so
Hey, Gerald, I can't hear you, bro. Your mic is going out, man.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Maybe it ain't trying to hear what you got to say since you seem like
He
you're aerosexual.
he come on here with that bullshit in it.
Hey, Gerald, we can't hear you, dog. We can't hear you. Go ahead, OG. What you been up to, Mr. Golden?
What's up, little bro?
I'm chilling, man. How you feeling?
Fine, I finally get to catch you, boy, and come on your panel. Oh shit, but it's an honor here, boy. Damn.
Man, it ain't the first time you've been on the panel, dog. Stop tripping, dog. 4 days and running. 4 days and running to the fish fry, dog.
Man,
You know
listen, man. I'm telling y'all, I done got me some
I'm gonna be
whiteys in
there.
there with the head cut off. I got some whiteys with the head cut off. See, some of the young fellas don't understand. You got to have some mustard and hot sauce with that fish. They don't understand that. I'm ready. I am ready. I'm gonna have a good fish fry too.
What you saying? You back, Gerald? You got that flip phone fix?
Yeah.
No, hey, I'm out here in Texas. I'm on the road, so I'm going in and out. So I'm sorry about that. But if I can't get my little if I get my little spill in, I'll be okay. But yeah, we ain't gonna worry about no referees, no judges, because one thing about Bud, he knocking people out, he's stopping people. One thing about Spence, he's stopping people also. So we shouldn't be worrying about no judges and no referees. But I got EJ stopping Bud in the 9th round, too much volume punching, 40, 50 shots of 50 punches a round. Bud ain't used to that. Bud is just getting counter punched, and he good. I like Bud. I ain't gonna lie, I like Bud. He a good boxer, but when he was with Top Rank, he was being protected. So all that stuff is finna leave now. He's up against a real fighter. That's Sean Porter. Sean Porter didn't train hard enough. If Sean Porter would have fought Bud like he fought EJ, Sean Porter also with Brooke. Brooke didn't train properly either. You can't
And
go in there
let me ask
fighting
you this. Let me ask
Bud.
you this, Gerald.
Yeah,
And let me ask you this. I know I said, come pop your shit. I'm gonna let you get
yeah,
back to it, but when
yeah.
you put in the chat, the Bud has the weakest undisputed run, in boxing history. Well, I can't find boxers who has been able to emulate what he's done. You're talking about him moving up, having a 10-fight knockout streak, right? And also coming off undisputed, then win the championship in his debut at 147, and having 6 straight title defenses. So who else, if it's weak, who else has did it? And if you can find them, or if you can't, why haven't somebody else been able to do it if it's so easy?
You know why it was easy? Because
How
he
is
was
he able to
cherry
do that?
picking. He was with top rank. They didn't put him at 135. He didn't fight the dogs at 135. He didn't fight the dogs at 140. You talking about Spence took the easy route. He took the easy route. He didn't fight no. That's why.
That's
Why
not true, dog. That's not true.
fought
Who was the
nobody.
dogs at
You
135?
ain't fought
Who was the
nobody.
dogs at 135?
If you go on right, he didn't fight Mikey Garcia. He didn't fight Danny Garcia. He didn't fight Robert Easton. He didn't fight Regis Prograis. He didn't fight none of them guys. He didn't ask to fight none of them guys. Because Bob Arum protected him. It's not Bud fault, it's Bob Arum protecting that belt, protecting his,
Bro, first of all, you have your dates, you have your timeline. Look, I know you want to overtalk me. You couldn't wait. Hey, Gerald, listen. Listen, Gerald, I know you want to overtalk me, but this is not to talk. Listen, I know I asked you the question, but this is not to go back on old stuff and retread information that you heard on other channels. You ain't telling me nothing, bro. You got your dates all fucked up. You got your dates all fucked up, bro.
I've been watching boxing.
Bro, you got your dates all fucked up.
How?
Why didn't nobody else fight Ricky Burns then at 135? Why nobody else did?
Who is Ricky Burns?
I didn't ask you that. See, that's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. If Ricky Burns is such a bum, why didn't nobody else fight him? Why didn't nobody else fight him?
Go look at his box record.
Why didn't nobody else?
Ricky Burns ain't got.
How many championships did Ricky Burns win?
Ricky Burns ain't got.
Okay, then if you can't answer that, stop talking about who was Ricky Burns because he ain't your favorite fighter.
Go on BoxRec. BoxRec don't lie.
What you telling me to go on BoxRec for? You say you've been watching boxing since 1930.
Right?
You say you've been watching boxing since 1930. What championships he won?
I ain't watching Ricky Burns because he ain't nobody.
You gotta watch Ricky Burns because you say you've been watching boxing, bro.
I'm just saying though.
You going over here regurgitating information from other channels, and you think it's easy because you haven't did your homework. You want to come over here just regurgitating information because you think it sound good. See, so if I mention Ricky Burns, you say, who is he? If I mention Julius Ndongo, who is he? Victor Posa, who is he? Because you're going to regurgitate the same stuff you heard on other channels talking about, oh, Crawford fought them and they ain't won since then. Or they ain't did anything.
Hey, what about listen. It's easy to go on BoxRec, right?
Bro.
Anybody can go on BoxRec and look up every opponent.
You do it. You supposed to have the information, Gerald.
You already done it. That's why I said he got the weakest. That's why I said he got the weakest undisputed run in boxing history.
I'm talking about Ricky Burns.
I'm talking about Bud.
You start off at 135.
Okay, listen.
You zoned in on Bud, bro.
Okay. Since you know about Ricky Burns, name one opponent. Listen.
Name one opponent. I'm almost done with you, bro. I'm almost done with you because you don't know boxing and you can't name anything.
You just know. You ain't trying.
Look, this nigga gonna sit up here and think he gonna jump on the panel and have me do all your homework. I'm not doing all your homework for you, bro. I'm not doing all your homework for you. If you are saying that who was Ricky Burns and you can't tell me why you proposing that question and you can't tell me none of his championships or anything, and you just want to focus on Crawford, you a casual boxing fan. You're gonna sit up here and say you've been watching boxing all this time. But yet when it comes to Ricky Burns, I only went there because you say, why he didn't fight this guy? Why he didn't fight that guy? Why you didn't fight this guy? Why he didn't fight Mikey Garcia? Why you didn't fight that? First of all, you need to get your timelines correct. You need to understand how boxing works. You need to do your homework. It ain't just going to box rec, bro.
Robert Easton was at 135. Adrian Broner.
Hey, World Combat. Real talk. Before you get back on, I have a 24-hour window to make this bet. So just hit that back to my Cash App so I can go ahead and make this bet before the day is over.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
All right, right on.
Hey,
Yeah, go ahead.
And what's your Cash App again? $ what? The first part?
Yeah, Glovegate.
Okay, I got you. That's what I thought. I got you.
Yeah.
I'll send that to you. I'll send that to you ASAP.
Yeah, I tried to send a reverse request, but it said I couldn't request it from you because old boy Model King Boxing reneged. He did it on your live the other day. You know.
Oh, okay. I got you. That's who you had a bet with. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, Model King Boxing. He reneged. And I was like, dude, you held my money up for a whole week. That money could have been flipped 3 times.
He did. TGOB, I don't know who you are. What's good, bro?
What's up, bro? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. What's good?
Yeah. Old boy was going. He was putting on every narrative in the book, wasn't he?
He's been on all the other channels. I heard all that shit before. I'm not up here to do a full-blown arguing section.
This the funny thing, bro. This the funniest thing. And today is a bad day for their whole squad. Today is a bad day for the whole squad. You know why, bro?
What?
One of the narratives just got obliterated, bro. Well, it got partially obliterated. It got partially obliterated in the light because he was just going off about top rank and the top rank, what they call the creation or top rank matchmaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the top rank, in a way, just destroyed the PBC hype job.
Correct.
So his record didn't mean nothing. It was the matchmaking. This was before the fight. Oh, he ain't really fought nobody. He ain't really. Once he get in there with the real fighter, he got washed.
Yes, he
He
did.
got washed.
So what you said, a top ranked fighter washed the PBC fighter? That's the narrative.
What I'm saying is the point is that the narrative y'all used on Bud is the exact same narrative y'all used on anyway before Fulton.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm not responding to the y'all. I understand. I understand that y'all politics, but only reason I'm responding
the narrative from the ABCQ boys was the same shit. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, but it's something that you said that I was addressing.
Go ahead.
Last time I checked, Crawford is a PBC fighter now. So that's all I was saying.
Well, not exactly Asia Math. He didn't sign no promotional deal. Don't even try to slide that bullshit.
No. Well, I mean,
he didn't sign no promotional deal. He is not a PBC fighter, bro.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say her name.
He signed a deal to get the fight.
Yeah, the fight.
Now the fight is under PBC. He's not a PBC fighter.
How many fights did he sign? I'm not being facetious in that. I really don't, because somebody on some channel, and I'm chewing on my tongue not to say these names. Someone said it was more than a 2-fight deal. Is that correct?
That's speculation. It's only been confirmed. It's only been confirmed for this fight and a rematch. It's only been confirmed for this fight and a possible and the other fight isn't necessarily 100% because it's conditional if the rematch clause is activated.
Yeah, right. But this person was swore up and down, and I wish I could run to the clip real quick and show you. They said, "Hey, it's guaranteed. It's a 3-fight deal he signed over there with PBC." Bullshit, you not.
Look,
but I'm saving this clip so when I be back on that panel, I could play this back.
Well, that's all. Hey, look.
So what are you talking? Hold on for a second. What are you talking about, King? Who panel was this again?
Oh, I'm going to say, okay, Lady Chan.
Oh my God. Next, Blunt. What'd you say, Blunt?
Yeah. So Espinoza already
Lady
came
Chan,
out.
Man, come on. Go ahead.
Hey, you asked me, but you know I'm not lying. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Look,
I feel
I
you.
just
I
jumped
feel
up
you.
here because Espinoza was already, I think it was Fight Hub or Fight Hype. They interviewed and asked him directly, and they said, "What is this fight? Can if Bud wins, can he move up and fight Charlo? This, that, and the third?" And Espinoza made it very clear that this fight is this fight and a rematch only. If it's no rematch, that's it. That's all. They go back to the drawing board. They do something new. So
I'm
this
glad
ain't
y'all
this ain't none
clarifying
of
this.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
Espinoza
glad
said
y'all
that out his
clarifying
own
this.
mouth.
And that's totally right. You know what I'm saying? That's totally correct. I mean,
No, that's
I'm
cool.
not
I'm
like
glad
I
I got
said, I
this
wasn't
sound
up here
bite.
to
Yeah.
go in a full-blown debate. But hey, Gerald, your device is not connected because I hope you took enough time to do your own homework. And shout out to Blunts for that. I appreciate you. But what I was trying to say to Gerald, I don't know why you out. I just put you in the background for a minute because you came up here thinking you was on some other channels. I don't do panels all the time. I was asking you to check your timeline. Hey, Gerald, I was asking you to check your timeline because you're talking about, Terrence Crawford, why he didn't fight Robert Easter. Listen, brother, it's up to you to do your homework if you're coming on here to drop this dog of donkey shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Robert Easter was at 135 around that time you talking about when Crawford was doing the same thing in the same year because Easter he came into boxing in 2012. Terrence Crawford was already in boxing in 08. So around the time Robert Easter picked up the IBF from Comey, I believe, Crawford was up here doing things with freaking the 140-pound division, bro, if I'm not mistaken. So you had the timelines off because they never would have been on that common path to fight each other for anything. You know what I'm saying? And why would Crawford wanna fight at that time anyway, when he had already earned a title at 135, and Robert Easter wasn't even thinking about in 2016 to go up to no 135 or anything. He was 140. He was still at 135, bro, for a long ass time. He got the title from Richard Comey. What are you talking? What did you get this information talking about? Why he didn't fight Robert Easter, Regis Prograis, and all that? What was Regis Prograis when Crawford was fighting Victor Poster? Why? Look, what belt would Regis would have had if Crawford and Julius Ndongo fought for the titles? What fighter? I mean, what belt would he would have fought Regis Prograis for, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because he had the WBC and the WBO belt. Freaking Julius Ndongo had the other two, the WBA and the IBF. So what belt would he fought Regis Prograis for, bro? Can you answer that? Gerald, can you answer that shit?
I think it's he ain't even on that.
Gerald, can you answer that?
Hello?
Yeah, can you answer what I just said? When
I
would
didn't
he
I
would
didn't
have
I
fought
didn't hear
Regis
you.
Prograis? Okay, so you throw all these names out that Terrence should have fought Regis Prograis and Robert Easter, but you got timelines mixed up because if you look at the timelines of when Crawford had the WBC and the WBO belt, none of them, look, he didn't have no Regis Prograis, man. This is 140. It wasn't no Regis Prograis. You know what I'm saying? And then the other champion was Julius Ndongo. He beat Victor Postal and he went up to Julius Ndongo to unify. They had the WBA and the IBF title. So where did you say Regis Prograis comes in at 140 and he fought? Dude, he fought to unify, and then he defended against Felix Diaz and fought Julius Ndongo and vacated the titles and went up to Jeff Horn. So when would he would have fought Regis Prograis though, dog? Why?
I'm saying they came up in the ranks together at 135, 140. Robert Easter. It was Robert Easter, Regis Prograis. It was Mikey Garcia. It was who else?
Brother.
Who else was at 135? I'm talking about the
people. Gerald, don't ask me no questions, bro. I'm telling you, you should do your homework. Look, Victor Postal had the WBC title.
Okay,
where
listen,
was Regis Prograis? Look, Crawford is fighting champions, bro. So you telling me Crawford should just go off and fight somebody else? Regis, did anything spectacular, right?
He fought David Ebenezer. He wasn't a champion.
Bro, you're up here trolling. You're up here bringing up shit that don't make sense. I'm talking about Crawford fighting Victor Postal. Crawford fought Victor Postal for the WBC. for the
Okay.
WBC, and he unified with Julius Ndongo.
See-
So therefore, where was Regis to fight Julius Ndongo and Victor?
See what I don't understand. I understand Bud got fans. Every boxing have fans.
I'm not gonna do this with you.
If you go on Bud's
I'm not gonna
Answer
do
the
that.
question, bro.
I'm not
Answer
gonna
the
do that.
question. Stop deflecting. Stop deflecting and answer the
I'm not gonna
question.
do that, bro. I'm not gonna do that with you. I told you really to come on the panel and talk your shit about Crawford and Spence, but you're not doing your homework. You just been listening to these other stations, and your timeline is off. Your timeline is off, Gerald. You're talking about Regis Prograis when Crawford wasn't looking for no Regis. He was fighting champions.
Okay, but what he got cherry picking champions. Oh, okay, he wasn't fighting.
Is that a word?
This what I'm saying. Okay, he chasing champions, but I'm saying in any division Bud was in, he didn't fight the top. Yeah, they might have had a championship, but that don't mean they was the top dudes of that division, like the dogs. I'm talking about straight dogs. Like people,
man, look, you sound crazy, Gerald. You know, you're a brother too. You sound crazy, bro.
At the box record,
I don't have to look at nothing, bro. I can go straight off the top.
That's why
straight off the top, bro. You just talking out your head, man. Like,
hey, Gerald, if that's the case, okay, let's go with your argument. Let's go. He fought champions, but they won dogs, right? We're gonna go with that. Let's go with that. Okay. So I'm gonna go with you on that. So that means Earl Spence run at 147, the champion. That means his run has been cherry picking, and his run ain't shit. Because no. Hear me out. Hear me out. No. Hear me out. And that really means that his run really ain't shit, because he cherry picked champions who was just easier to beat. Every single one of them, I can point it out. I can point it out to you. They won the dogs. Cara Brooke, face broken, had the weight drain. Sean Porter, multiple loss. Ugas, 140 coming up, multiple loss. Where was the dog that he fought? Where was the undefeated killer that he fought?
He's the dog.
Name him.
He's the dog. He's the dog.
That don't work like that. That don't work like that. That don't work like that.
Crazy, bro. You sound
he has to fight another. No. According to your argument, he has to fight another dog. I'm using the argument you use against Crawford. Because Crawford is a motherfucking dog. So Crawford don't get credit for being a dog. He has to fight another dog. So where's the dog that Earl Spence has fought?
Crawford is a dog. I say Crawford is a dog.
So my point is, I'm just using your own talking point against you to point out the fact that when you try to use that logic against Crawford, it can be used against Spence and make him look worse, because at least Crawford fought undefeated cherry picks. Earl Spence cherry picks, they already was beaten.
Hey,
every one of them.
TGOB, check this out.
What's up?
He fought champions. He fought everybody that mattered. And then when he went to 140 and tried to fight goddamn Danny Garcia, they sent them a contract. Danny Garcia, they turned it down. They got the fuck on.
Turned it down. Yep.
So what are we talking about Danny Garcia for? You know what I'm saying?
What we even talk about Robert Easter for?
Exactly. Those guys didn't even matter. They wasn't even come on, bro.
Our argument according to Gerald is cherry picking champion. So we're gonna go with cherry picking champion. I'm more than happy to go with the narrative, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply the same argument to the guy that they trying to prop up. I'm just gonna apply the same argument. So if we cherry picking champions, then Crawford cherry pick some goddamn undefeated champions coming off KO victories. Where is the undefeated cherry pick champion that Earl Spence beat that came off of a KO victory?
I say Earl Spence resume needs work too. See, let me finish. I'll talk about Earl Spence resume too. It needs work too.
We don't need to know that though. What Errol Spence? We know that already, brother. You came over here telling us telling me what Crawford hasn't done. You're talking about he didn't fight Robert Easter,
Crawford
Mikey Garcia,
hasn't fought
Regis
nobody
Prograis, and your whole
that's a
calendar
dog
timeline is
like
off.
EJ. Crawford hasn't fought a dog that's a champion
So
like
what did
EJ his whole career. His whole career.
Check this out, Gerald. You're coming out here with trash responses and narratives because you keep referring to Errol Spence as a dog. How do you determine what is considered a dog? He fought champions with super titles.
Breaking people's faces, breaking people's ribs,
man.
Breaking people's ribs, breaking people's eye sockets.
Who ribs did he break? Who ribs did he break?
He broke Uga's ribs. He broke Uga's ribs.
How many losses? How many losses?
It don't matter.
4, right?
When
he's a broken ass fighter.
Your argument was about dogs. Your argument was about dogs, bro.
Hold this for a second, PJB. Hey, Gerald. Gerald, you're up here making determinations. You're making determinations about broken ribs and one fighter who got his eye swole, who had 4 losses, right? That's your argument.
Danny got his eye swole.
So what is boxing, nigga? Like, what are you talking about?
Mikey got his jaw, bro. Y'all said
you talking about 135.
Danny was not a 147 champion. Mikey Garcia was not a 147 champion.
But they was going after the champion.
There is no but.
He did fight for the vacant. He did fight for the vacant, and he lost it in a blink to Keith Thurman. He did beat Robert Ghost for a vacant WBC, and he lost it in a blink. So he was champion. He never beat a champion though at 147.
And why are we talking about Mikey, a guy that moved up from 135 to 2 divisions?
That's his best win according to them. That would show that he's great. That's the dog. That's the dog. That's the dog
resume.
Yeah, that's the dog that Spence beat. That's the dog. Mikey Garcia.
That's the dog. Did he beat? Broke his eye? Did he break Mikey Garcia eye and ribs? Since you come with all this eye breaking shit.
He knocked Mikey Garcia down 5 times.
Hey, Gerald,
Mikey Garcia felt that power and went into a shell. Y'all didn't realize that, did y'all? That man wasn't throwing no punches. That man protected himself the whole fight. Y'all don't know boxing.
Okay. So we don't know boxing, but you just said that Spence was a dog. So if he's a dog, why he couldn't break that? Why he couldn't break that guard down? Why he couldn't break it down? Now?
Wait a minute. Gerald, let me ask you a question. Gerald, the Errol Spence try to knock Mikey Garcia out.
Ain't been the same since. Mikey Garcia ain't been the same since. Ain't been the same. That man
you sound just like them recycle bins. You sound just like them media
because y'all don't like the facts. Y'all don't like the facts.
That ain't no facts. That's your opinion. Come on, Gerald. That's your opinion, bro. That's your opinion.
The facts is we talking about dogs, right? We talking about a guy that fights guys on 2 weeks. Did you know Bud Crawford fought Brady Prescott on 2 weeks fucking notice? 2 weeks they put him. Did you know he was fighting everybody that he's supposed to fight that was right there in front of him? All champions, all got them undefeated. He was fighting everybody.
Top Rank got the best matchmaking. Top Rank got the best matchmaking.
See, you got trash narratives because you've been around hanging out on these channels. You know what I'm saying? And you've been you're regurgitating the bullshit. That don't make you look any better. That don't make you look any better. It just makes you look as dumb as they are, bro.
No, it's just the fact that I look at. I can go on any.
So what happened to Fulton? So what happened to Fulton then? What happened to Fulton?
He didn't have that dog in him. He didn't have that dog.
Top Rank got the best matchmaking. In a way, with Top Rank fighter, ain't it? So what happened? So what happened to the PBC? Cool boy. What happened to him? What happened? He was PBC matchmaker. So he everyone should have got destroyed. According to y'all, what happened?
Hello, Cricket. Hello.
I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah, of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. You up there driving, trying to look on Google and stuff, ain't it? You better pay attention to the road, Gerald.
Nowhere. I already done looked at it.
Pay attention to the road, nigga, for real.
I already done looked at it. You can go on Bud Box Rec and pick out every damn fighter he fought. They ain't fought really nobody.
You can do that. Yeah, I'm
doing it. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
You're
That's
not
why
making any sense. You're not
I'm
answering
saying what I'm
nobody's
saying.
question. All you're doing is talk about who's a dog and who ain't a dog. That's your opinion. That ain't facts. That
All
ain't
I'm
facts. That's
saying,
your opinion.
Bud ain't nobody. Bud ain't fought nobody the caliber of Earl Spence, and Earl Spence ain't fought nobody the caliber of
What does that got
Bud.
to do with?
But
That's
at the
what does
same
that got to do
time,
with you coming over here though and talking
My
about
question:
Bud ain't fought nobody at 135 and he ain't fought nobody at
what
140 and
makes
all this other
what
shit,
makes
dog.
Earl Spence? What
because
makes Earl Spence?
because it's
What
true.
ma- My question, hey, my question to you, bro. What makes Earl Spence a certain caliber? Based off what? Based off who? Based
What makes it
Based
what?
off what opponent? Off what opponent do you give Errol Spence all this credit? Because tell me this. I just want to know. Just answer this one question. How old was Lamont Peterson when he fought Errol Spence? How old was he?
I ain't worried about Lamont Peterson. We talking about Bud and
But Lamont
TJ.
Peterson was the last 7 of opponents that Errol Spence fought that y'all talk about and glorify as far as him
I'm
being
not glorified.
this dog
I say
of a
Earl
fighter,
Spence,
this
his
dog of a fighter,
resume
right?
need Sean
No,
Porter resume
look,
better than anybody in at
no, we
147.
ain't talking about Sean Porter. You moving the motherfucking goalpost, dog. Stay on topic.
Earl
Stay on
Spence. I'm
topic,
not
Gerald.
saying Earl Spence resume
How
is
old was Lamont Peterson, dog? That's the last 7 opponents, bro. He's within the last 7 opponents. Kell Brook, and then that was Lamont Peterson. Lamont Peterson was 34 years old. Y'all talk about how Crawford is fighting guys who's not worthy and all that. He had undefeated fighters who he took their O. He took their O. Where are all the undefeated fighters on Errol
Let me ask
Spence?
you this.
Look, on
Name,
Errol Spence's last 7 opponents, you talking about a guy who's supposedly been in welterweight since 2012, transferring over from the Olympics. I want
he
to
got 3
know
belts though.
where's all. Did
3
Kell Brook
belts.
have a loss? Did Kell Brook have a loss when he fought Errol Spence? Or
And
you
Kell
gonna say he
Brook
was
had the
undefeated
belt.
at 147?
He had the belt.
Was he
That's
undefeated?
not a question. That's not a question.
Was he
That's not a question,
undefeated?
bro. That's not a question.
Was he
Why
undefeated
wouldn't he
though?
fight? Why wouldn't
Was
he
he
fight Kell Brook at 147
He
if
was
Kell
he
came.
un,
Brook had
was
the
he
belt?
undefeated?
He came off a KO loss, right? He fought him off of a KO loss, right?
At 160,
He fought him off of a KO loss.
at 160. A KO loss at 160.
A
That's
KO loss is
higher.
a KO
That's
loss,
higher
brother.
lower. It's
Against
higher lower
triple,
than
against
147.
triple, against Triple G.
We already know
Right.
where it's
So
at.
so 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 so, so he fought a damaged fighter in his very next fight in less than a year's time.
Okay, in less than a year's time, he went and got his other side of his eye broke. He fought the shit out of Earl. The shit
So
went.
you giving him credit. So you giving him credit for fighting a damaged fighter, right?
With a champion, with
So
a
you
belt.
give him credit. So you give him credit for fighting a damaged fighter, but you talking about cherry picking.
He had a belt. He had a belt at
No, answer
147.
the
A
question.
damaged
Answer the
fighter.
question, bro.
look,
Answer the
look.
question. A damaged
Belts don't
fighter,
mean
bro.
shit. According to you, belts don't mean shit. According
Okay,
to you. No. According to you, the belts don't mean anything. So we're talking about the fighters now. So let's throw that out. We're gonna use we go by your narrative. According to you, the belts don't mean shit. It's about the fighter. So we breaking down the fighters who had the belts now. So
okay,
the fighter was coming off of a KO loss. True
right,
or not? A
true.
KO loss with the injury, not just. It's one thing to be KO loss. It's not just a KO loss. It's a KO loss plus injury.
Right. Okay.
That right. That's what you give him credit for. Versus
So
Crawford, who fights champions coming off of KO wins of beating their opponents with KOs that he beats.
Terrence Crawford fought champions coming off of KO wins of who? They didn't
It just
they didn't fight
it don't
they didn't
motherfucking matter, bro.
fight
It
like
don't
Triple G.
matter. It don't look.
It do matter.
So let's do it. Okay, so let's do this. Who did Sean Porter fight before he fought Earl Spence?
Did he fought Danny Garcia? Oh, he fought, wait, who he fought?
All your shit start with a
He fought
question. Do
Danny
you know
Garcia. He
anything
fought
about
Danny
boxing?
Garcia.
All your stuff
No,
start with a
no,
question, dog.
let him cook.
Can you just tell
WC.
us something? You always talking about a question, bro.
Let him cook. Let him cook. Who did Sean Porter fight before he fought Earl Spence?
I think he fought Danny Garcia, if I'm not mistaken.
It was Udonis Ugas.
Hey, he lost against Dennis Ugas. I think so.
Exactly. Exactly. You're making my point for me. I'm glad you said that, dude. So you realize that's who he got that belt from. That's who Spence got that belt from. A guy who you say that he lost to the other guy that he fought. So you saying Spence took the belt from a guy who you know he lost to his last opponent.
That's not his fault they gave dude the fight. That's not his fault.
So now you're making excuses. Now you're making excuses for the guy who fought before. And see, you just tried to discredit Crawford for champions he beat, and you said, well, who he fought before?
I'm talking about,
and you just said that Porter lost to Ugas before he fought Spence, and now that don't matter. You're killing yourself. You're killing yourself, brother. You're killing yourself. Keep spinning. Keep spinning. You're killing yourself.
He luckily got that win. He luckily got that win. I think if you watch the fight, I think Ugas pulled that fight out. Okay, that's cool. My opinion. But cool. on the record, it says Sean Porter won that fight. So Sean Porter had that belt.
Right. Look, a lot of people agree with you. So that means that Spence fought a weak champion. So that means Spence fought a weak ass champion who the last guy he fought actually beat him.
I think
so that belt that he got from Porter really don't mean shit because he didn't fight no dog.
I really would call Porter a weak opponent because of his resume. That's the only.
Now you're gonna go off his resume. We're talking about strictly off who he fought prior to stepping in the ring with Errol Spence.
Yeah, that's what you said. That's what you said.
Was that a dog or not? Do you consider that a dog?
That involves his resume, right? If I'm going
we're
look
not
at
talking about semantics. We're not talking about semantics.
Listen.
No,
if I'm going to look at a fighter, right?
Look, hold up,
if I'm going to look at a fighter, if I'm going to look at a fighter and say,
Gerald, listen, please. Listen to me right quick, big dog. I'm gonna let you get off. Let me ask you this: if Errol Spence has been in the featherweight division, I mean not the featherweight, the welterweight division, right? He's been in there longer than Crawford, right?
Yeah.
You say his resume is better than Crawford's because he's been in the welterweight division for quite some time. He's been in there longer than Crawford because he came in at 154 allegedly, and then he dropped down periodically to 147, right? Right. So he's been there longer than Crawford. So I'm saying to myself, while Crawford was up here, doing what he was doing at the lower divisions until he came up in 2018 to fight Jeff Horn. How could a Mikey Garcia from 135 come up to 147 and go 12 rounds with a guy who's been in the welterweight division almost his entire career? And you just say that Mikey Garcia shelled up. Well, look, you say that Terrence Crawford hasn't fought nobody like Errol Spence before, and Errol Spence has never fought nobody like Terrence Crawford. But Mikey Garcia has never fought at the 147-pound division in his career. So how can he go up in there against a guy who's been in that division damn near his entire career, and he go 12 rounds, and you say, oh, it's all because Mikey just shelled up? Why the fight wasn't a TKO stoppage like Crawford? Crawford gets TKO stoppages, bro. Why couldn't Errol Spence stop this dude? And that was before the accident. Can you explain that to me?
Can I ask you this? Who?
No, you always want to ask me something, bro. Look, Gerald, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not making this a marathon, Gerald. I'm not making this a marathon because I wasn't gonna do this. But you are moving around the goalpost and not answering the question. All I want you to say is you're talking about Crawford ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought no dogs with the belts and all that. But I'm saying if you've been in the division long enough and they consider you to be man down, the truth, the boogeyman, and all that, couldn't you find a way to break down a lightweight fighter if he was moving up to your division? Couldn't you find a way to break that dude down? He's a lightweight. He never fought nobody like you, bro. He never fought nobody like Errol Spence.
I got something for him. Now, go ahead, finish, Gerald. I'm gonna let you rock.
I just want him to answer one of my questions.
No,
just answer that one question, Gerald.
I got him. Trust me. Go ahead, Gerald. What you were saying?
I was saying that nobody ever stopped Mikey Garcia. One thing. That's one. The second thing, when Mikey Garcia started feeling that power, that man wasn't throwing no punches, man. That man was protecting himself. The whole fight, man. After round 3.
Hey, hold up, TGLB.
I got him.
TGLB. I'm gonna let you rock. Hold on for a second. I'm just gonna get this off. Hey, Gerald. Nobody stopped Carlos Ocampo either until Errol Spence. You give him credit?
Man, hell no. Not for dude.
Why? He was undefeated. You say nobody stopped Mikey Garcia. Should you
really want to fight dude? He had to fight him. That was his mandatory.
You give him credit for stopping Carlos Ocampo though, because he was undefeated.
I don't give him credit for that because Earl didn't really want to fight Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia kept calling him out. In the interview, Earl said they make weight classes for a reason. He kept calling him out. So Earl told him.
So you're pampering him now. He
let me get him. WC, let me get him. Let me get him, WC. Let him get him. Oh, you give me wait, no. I got you. Earl Spence didn't want to fight him, right?
Right.
Okay, perfect. So Earl Spence really didn't want to hurt him then. Is what you like? He didn't really want to hurt him.
Hey man, he was hurt. That man ain't been the same since.
Just answer my questions, brother. So he wasn't trying to hurt Mikey Garcia, right?
Yeah, he was trying to hurt him. He hurt him. He hurt him so bad that he went into a shell. He hurt him so bad he went into a shell. If you watch the interview in the locker room, the man could barely talk. You could tell his jaw was fucked up. Okay, and then if you go farther than that, the man ain't been the same. The man actually retired after he had one fight and lost. And he retired because he wasn't never the same.
That's okay.
I got it, bro. So Mikey Garcia, he had an iron chin, right?
Ain't nobody ever knocked Mikey Garcia out.
Okay. Okay, great. No. I got something for you. I got a little information for because you follow. No, because you follow boxing. It's my turn now, bro. It's my turn. Because you follow boxing so great, you need to brush up on your history. Because Roman Martinez knocked Mikey Garcia ass down to 126 pounder.
In the second round.
He knocked his ass down. So that's one. That's one. That you need to brush up on that you was wrong about. And number two, so you're basically saying that Earl Spence wasn't trying to hurt him, or he wasn't trying to knock him out.
I didn't say he wasn't trying to knock him out. I said the man went into a shell. Now, if you a boxer and you ain't never been like knocked out or nothing like that.
He was already knocked down, bro. He was already knocked down. So that's out the window.
Okay, he got knocked down one time, but ain't nobody ever stopped him or knocked him out.
126 pounder. Knocked him on his motherfucking ass.
And he got back up and beat
not a technical knockdown. Not a technical knockdown like Sean Porter when his blood grazed canvas. He got shot on his motherfucking ass.
Okay. Hey, y'all, I gotta go. I'm at my customer house.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
How you doing? All right. I'll be back with you guys.
Hey, brush up on your unboxing there, Gerald. Appreciate you, bro. I mean, obviously, Gerald has been listening to the same channels who say, Crawford ain't fought nobody and all this shit. But yet they sit up here and they'll bring up Gamboa all the time. But they'll talk about Gamboa, but when it comes to Mikey Garcia, they'll say, oh, he's shelled up. And they'll put on all these other medical conditions that he had. Oh, his jaw was hurt. The dude lip was busted. He was this, but he went 12 rounds. Period. He went 12 rounds. Period. No matter what you say.
They ain't got no boxing knowledge. That's the thing what get me. Like I don't even care if they favor Spence. I don't even care. But they just come with lies and misinformation. That gets under my skin. Like root for your man. Root for him. Think he'll knock Crawford out like first round. What? But you come with the lies and trying to discredit him with misinformation. That's what gets under my skin. That's what like I want to come in and be like, "Low, okay, what'd you say again? Okay, well, XYZ. You know what I'm saying? Fact check. Oh yeah, I gotta go now. Yeah, I know you gotta go.
Yeah, they say that some people, it's not, when it comes to opponents that Crawford's face, it's almost like it's a popularity contest. If Errol Spence has been at 147, why did you allow Terrence Crawford to catch up with you though? You've been over here for the longest of time, bro. Terrence came in 08, but you could have did a lot more if you would have been zoomed in to where you was trying to go at boxing. And you finally pick up a title with a guy who was coming off an 8-month, 17-day fight with Gennady Golovkin, and you wouldn't give him an extension. And none of the champions that you fought was undefeated. None of them. Sean Porter has the best resume out of Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. No doubt about it. But at
147, at 147,
at 147, because we know it's at 147. Sean Porter haven't really did anything outside of that. You know what I'm saying? He has a better resume at 147. You're absolutely correct. But when it comes down to Sean Porter not beating champions, he ain't beat the Keith Thurman. He didn't beat Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? He didn't beat Errol Spence, bro. You had your opportunities. You got the names on there, but you didn't step up, bro.
I had to put that caveat in there because he don't have a better resume than Crawford. But I say at 147, you know what I'm saying? Because people discredit what Crawford did fighting the tougher competition, undefeated champions, gold medalists, people who he fought on short notice. Come on, bro. Like you're not gonna sit here and tell me that Crawford has a worse resume than these guys who getting handpicked fights.
They hear the narrative. They hear the narrative of people saying that Top Rank had the best matchmakers, and that's okay to if some people love picking up trash and going through that motherfucker for food for thought. People love that shit. But when it comes down to it, what you just said, Crawford fought guys who was legit world champions. They won WBA regular champions. They was legit champions, and he went over there and fought Ricky Burns in his backyard. Ricky Burns was a multi-time world champion. Just because you're not familiar with his name, don't mean you can shit on him and say Crawford didn't fight nobody. And then the fact that he's talking about Robert Easter, Mikey Garcia, and Regis Prograis. I'm like, dude, he's fighting champions at 140, and you up here throwing in Regis Prograis who wasn't even on the radar. What is going on with you, dog?
Fought Brady Prescott. One Brady Prescott, the guy who flatlined on Amir Khan.
The first one to flatline his ass. The
first one to flatline Amir Khan, and he fought him on like fucking 2 weeks notice.
Yep.
Come in on short notice. There ain't nobody on Spence's resume who he fought that he can compare it to somebody like that who he fought. Basically was bigger than him, coming off a KO win on short notice.
Yep.
Like there's nobody who Spence challenged who he allowed himself to be challenged against that had that type of A side over him in a fight. Like there's nobody who had advantages. And that's the thing about it is like when you talk about resume, like that fight was a pick 'em fight because they said, damn, he a big KO fighter. This little guy coming up. Odds are that Brady Prescott gonna get through this man. That was not a foregone conclusion that Crawford was gonna beat that man. That wasn't a foregone conclusion.
No.
And that was upset.
Just like Victor Postal. They didn't think Crawford's gonna go in there and beat Victor Poster. They didn't think he was gonna beat Gamboa. You know, they keep acting like Gamboa didn't have a fight at 135 before he stepped in there with Crawford. He did. You know what I'm saying? He fought that man in his backyard. But let me get to this.
Go ahead.
Hey, Jamal Neezy, that's you?
Yes, sir. How
Hey,
y'all
what's going
doing,
on?
man?
Jamal Neezy in the building. Salute to you, Neezy. How you feeling, bro?
Salute. What's going on? I'm
You
all
know,
right.
I told you I was gonna, open the panel so people can light up fight week, so we can get a little energy. But the aerosexuals there, Neezy, I don't know if they made your stomach hurt or not, but that aerosexual right there, he didn't know shit about boxing. I swear to God, you know what I'm saying? Because he asked a question with a question.
Right now, I'm just here to. I kind of caught it at the end, so I just like I'm gonna play devil's advocate, man, and speak about his great jab. You know what I mean? EJ got that jab, man. I don't know.
Speaking of that jab, Jameson said Mikey Garcia stood in front of Arrow most of the fight. EJ couldn't stop him. Did you see that infamous jab with Mikey? Why couldn't it break through that exterior? You know what I'm saying? That arm.
Oh, that was different. Like, come on, man. You can't judge this guy off of that many years ago when he fought Mikey. He was too focused on like how much the money did, the numbers, how much money he was going to make after the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's a bad sign because all he talked about this fight was how much money he making and being secure for his family. That's a bad sign. They said, well, what's most important to the fight? He said, yeah, the win's good, but my most important thing for me is my family and my future. Like
what's crazy
come on, man, come on. You know that man is in
shape. He on multiple interviews saying that, bro. He's on more than one interview saying that when they asked him about the fight. He's like, well, yeah, being financially stable. That's what I really like. You ain't heard like we already know this is about both of men, but like we talking about the fight, he bringing up being financially stable.
Yo, he's focused, man. He's just trying. He want to take care of his horses and his family, man. So he's going to be 100%, man. He's going to be 100%.
He's already taken care of because the money, as long as he steps inside the ring, he gonna get his paycheck. So he's gonna step inside the ring. So we know that. You know what I'm saying? But to me, that's that for a guy who's supposed to be the Terminator. He ain't never really talked like that before a fight.
But look. Also, another caveat to both of y'all is that how he was talking about Yadina's Ugas. He's seeing him out there with his wife, having all that fun, enjoying his life. Well, guess what? You up here talking about pretty much the same atmosphere. You talking about your family making the money. You pretty much talking about your family too. You know what I'm saying? Like you seem to be in that mindset that you almost close to retirement. So is Bud gonna get credit for stopping this dude this weekend when he's talking about his family and making all the money and all that? He gonna get credit? I'm curious. They gonna give him credit?
Oh, I'm heterosexual mindset, man. Come on, man. We ain't even gonna think like that, man. EJ gonna win, even though he ain't stopped people in a long time. He's gonna stop Crawford.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's gonna stop Crawford. At least the police gonna stop him. Somebody gonna stop him
because he's big. Because he's big.
The police gonna the ref, the commissioner. They all gonna somebody gonna stop his ass. Hey, they can't have a homicide. They can't have a homicide on TV.
Bud love those TKOs.
Hey, Derek J gonna jump in the ring. I'll punch you.
But wait a minute. Don't we have to explain what KOs, TKOs, and RKOs? RKDs. RTDs, yeah. Like we have to explain those, man, because they all different, ain't it?
I hope they don't. I hope they don't. I don't, because it's gonna be another Sean Porter situation. And then all the excuses. I don't want the ref to stop the fight. I don't even want the corner to stop the fight. let a motherfucker back hit that motherfucking mat. I don't care if it's Crawford. Now, I said this at another panel. Let it not be. They both playing they dogs. Unless it look like they about to die. If they can still stand, let that motherfucker stand until he take a fucking knee. Let him take a knee. Don't the ref get away. Don't let them motherfuckers fight and don't get your ass in the way and let a motherfucker hit the motherfucking mat. I don't care if it like that.
How about everybody take snatch away EJ's corner towels. Like everybody take them so to make sure that shit don't happen. No mistakes.
Like I say, I don't want that ref getting in the way either, because the ref be fucking up a bunch of fights. The ref be like stopping shit too early and shit. I don't want none of that shit. Unless somebody hitting somebody in the nuts. Unless somebody hitting somebody in the nuts.
You know he loves the nuts.
No. Other than that, let him
blow blows. He loved going.
Let him go. Other than that shot,
here's this fan talking about Feliciano saying Crawford record is weak. Bud is going, and Bud fought a little Gambo and got robbed.
They said the same thing about Inouye. They said the same thing about Inouye, and he destroyed that.
Bud is 34. Well, he's 35, and he's saying he's cashing out Saturday. Okay.
Hey, they said the same thing about.
Feliciano didn't have that same energy. You didn't have that same energy you was on the panel. You're more of a chat caster than a panel talker. I understand. I appreciate your support over here. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't have that same energy the other day. So,
yo, Big Blunt said. If we all snatch the towels away, Derrick James gonna throw in his wife beater. So they gonna find a way.
You ain't lying, right? He gonna make sure he get that on all access. Put that on all access for my next. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't want there to be no.
Derrick James looking forward to the show. If he got a 6-pack, he looking forward to somebody to catch that picture.
Now, you seen the moves? Like he was putting the moves on Spence, man. He was dancing on his ass in that ring, man. He said, "This is my show."
It's easy to dance when you're used to being the producer. You know what I'm saying? That's Diddy James, motherfucker.
Diddy James, he was dancing on Spence in there, like, look at me move. Pop, I heard something here, I'm gonna slip out. I'm like, damn, Diddy, why you moving on your boy like that? You making him look slow. Damn.
Yeah. So who Bud Crawford fighting? Derrick James or EJ? Because Derrick James looked way better than EJ that day.
I think Derrick James need to tap in. Like, hey man, let me go ahead and get this man. You don't stand no chance. Let me get in there and move with him, man.
That's why he been running. That's why he been dropping weight. He trying to get down to 147 so he can be a stand-in. You know what I'm saying? That might be it right there.
Hey, look, he gonna say, "Hey, look, Earl overweight. I got it. I got it." Let me stand in.
Diddy James says it's about me. I ain't worried about Bo Mac. It's about me. It's always been about me. You know what I'm saying? It's all about me. Yep. It's all about Diddy.
Hey, when he was on the mid, he hit Spence. He was like, take.
He got to come up with a plan, though. Real talk. You can't be mad at the aerosexuals like Gerald that come over here because they've been waiting. They've been waiting to come over here and regurgitate that garbage.
They so mad though.
What can I ask y'all a hypothetical question? If Bud Crawford is like, yo, I'm leaving my team, I want to get trained by Derrick James, what could he do with him? He would say, "Oh, you're switch hitting. We ain't going to do that anymore. We're going to meet one style."
Because switch hitting don't mean that.
You seen Ryan Garcia on the mid. You seen a little clip of Ryan Garcia on the mid with him, right?
Yeah, blocking punches.
Looking like a fucking robot. Looking like a straight generic robot. That I like. Damn, that nigga regressed already. Like, I don't like that because you have to be built a certain way to utilize it. You can't just take any fighter and use that style. You have to have a certain build to really utilize that type of the type of style because that's a tank style. If you're not really built for that tank, you're gonna be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So like he regressed in my eye. That he looked like he regressed with the DJ style.
Well, you can say the same thing about Arrow with the DJ style. He regressed too.
This shit disgusting, man. Did EJ even jog on the All Access? Do they have him jogging?
What we got the clip of him. We got the clip of him on the mountain, but that was after. We got the clip of him on the damn Nevada mountain, but that's after. Like that was like just a TikTok video, a little YouTube TikTok.
Other than that, they'll just put it in slow motion.
It's a new one.
Just being slow. In a speed, a fast pace or a slow motion.
Well, he ain't running. He's on the side of the mountain, about to go running.
Right. But this is but only thing we don't know is like when exactly that was. We don't know if he did that a while ago and he just put out, or if this like he just did that after the media workout. We don't know. We don't know.
It don't matter when he doing it. He had a lot of weight to lose, bro. He had a lot of weight to lose, bro. For real.
Yeah, he still don't have that. The 8-pack that we always saw when he weighed in, like that 8-pack, that chisel 8-pack. Even like he had that, even like slightly before he weighed in, we could see he still ain't got that same 8-pack that we always saw.
Yeah, you hear his response? He said, Derrick James to make him a better fighter. Unbelievable.
How? Hey, panel. Could I let World Combat hear something right quick?
Yeah. What's up?
All right, what's up, bro?
Here we go.
For the back end for PPV, they're both each other's dance partner. I think that they should split 50-50.
And from what I'm hearing, Bud got the most up front, and then it's 60-40 on the back end. But
Ben's got the most up front. That's what I heard.
I mean, we're gonna find out. Definitely. I say by August we'll know all the real deal.
Do you know how much Bud's 3-fight deal was in its entirety? You know how much?
That's why I don't know about a 3-fight. I know about a 2-fight deal.
No, Bud's got a 3-fight deal with PBC. 3 fights.
I heard Canelo got a 3-fight deal.
No, 3 fights. Bud's got the rematch.
Okay, wait. You can school me, Lady Chan. I just heard he got this in a rematch. I don't come on here capping, okay? And I ain't even want to do that.
No. Nobody thought you was lying, bro. Nobody thought you was lying, but like she sound confused. She sound confused.
All I'm saying is,
where were you, King Asian Man? Where were you at the time? Were you close enough to just slide that cup over there and so she can take that test?
She crossed the pond, fam.
He said when you said Canelo got through. No, we ain't. What are you?
So you heard everything clearly because it's coming from another device. So you heard everything.
Yeah, we heard it. It was good. Yeah. It was good.
And now I know your live ain't gonna be. She argued me. I told you we did like a 9-hour live, and I don't like doing this because Yeah. Now I told you when I woke up, Anui was knocking old boy out. I woke up looking. I thought I was dreaming.
9-hour live. That's crazy.
Yeah, the top rank media correction was knocking out the PBC hot job.
Right.
Man, people get confused with different stuff. He ain't signed no 3-fight deal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he said already that he's moving up to 154. So, if they promise him something behind the scenes, I'm pretty sure they'll come up. But all we know right now is he got a 2-fight deal where the loser have to enact
right.
And I think the better way of putting it is
before the end of 2023.
Right. It's a 1-fight deal with a contingent.
Right. And the only way that Crawford would have even agreed to a 3-fight deal if Al Hammond threw in Charlo. But we already know Charlo, he don't skip the line, so there's no reason for him to have another contracted fight. Now he might still fight with him again if something come up, but there's no reason for him to have a contracted fight after this.
So
right.
So back to Lady Chan. She said it was a 60-40 on this fight.
On the back end.
60-40 on the back end.
Right.
But then
Crawford got the most upfront. I'm just gonna take because I ain't want to play everything. How it started, we was talking about Pacquiao Mayweather, yada yada, because that was the last real significant fight, build up and all that. And I say, well, Pacquiao. Well, I say, Spence and Crawford gonna walk away with more money than what Pacquiao got. I don't know if y'all know, and I'm not up here capping. Pacquiao didn't walk away with more than 16 million. We understand what was in the contract for him to get. I said what he put in his pocket and went home with. All right. And so he said, no, he got more than that, boy. I said, no, Pacquiao went home with like 16 mil. And I'm not pocket watching. This is all the stuff that came out afterwards. I say, but Bud, they definitely gonna walk away with more than that. And I believe Bud gonna walk away with like 25 mil. Spence might walk away with 20 mil. That's upfront. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Now on the back end, I feel Spence going to get more. It might be a 60-40. And she was like, no, it's going to be Crawford 60-40. And I was joking. I said, well, if he do get more money, it's going to be he going to get to keep the coin that he proposed that they flip.
I mean, where did she get this from? I mean, just because she's saying it, I mean, where did she get this? Because I know people at PBC that's in PBC and didn't tell me.
I think they got that shit tight to their chest, bro. I think that shit is really tight. I think people from. I think people in Crawford own camp probably don't even know what it is.
I don't know, but I'm pretty much 90% confident they're gonna walk away with more than 16 mil, more than what Pacquiao.
Yeah, the guarantee money is
okay.
We know that. Money is
and that's all I was saying to her. But go ahead, I'll be quiet. Go ahead. That's all I was saying to her.
Now we know.
But this thing to me, in my opinion, this will give like some of the EJ fans to be like, see. Sorry, because I'm at work right now. Hold on.
I don't want nobody getting fired from work, man. I know they got them eyeballs out there. They know the fight is fight week. They got them extra security walking around the street.
Gotta have on earpieces then, pretend like you're talking to yourself.
For real, right? And got a piece of paper with nothing on it. Yeah, I'm going over the list right now.
Clipboard.
But I think he's still cutting weight, to be honest. I think he's still out there cutting weight.
Absolutely. And he's going to cut weight up until the day. He's going to be cutting weight up until the day.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was saying, and no, I ain't going to get fired. You silly. They were saying the EJ fans. I was saying the EJ fans is going to look at it. Oh, you see, Crawford is signed to PBC for 2 fights, 3 fights. And no, man, he's a free agent, man. He just signed along just for a fight. That's it. They're trying to make it seem like PBC saying, I mean, more power to them, but they took a while for them to advertise Bud Crawford promotion, the TBC. And it's great that EJ got a promotion, you know what I mean? But big up to all the promotions. Don't try to make it seem like PBC is the greatest.
I know they're running a gauntlet. I know they're running a gauntlet right now. So you have July 29th, okay, them titles. And then you have the next guy who has the unified titles, Jermell Charlo, who stepped in for Maul.
Man, they can lose all them belts. Look, they can lose. Well, the good thing is that Charlo don't actually have his belts on the line. That's correct. The safe bit.
No, what I'm saying is he might not have that WBO. They might strip him because you guys Tim Tszyu in the shoot.
I could drop a jewel on that right quick. I could drop a jewel on that right quick. A very reliable source. No capping. Charlo gonna be WBO champion all the way to that foot touch the ring. As soon as that foot touch the ring, he's gonna get stripped. That's the word.
Yeah, but they said that. Yeah, they said he was going. That's why I said Tim Tszyu is gonna, Tim Tszyu is gonna be that WBO. I mean,
no, they're not gonna elevate him. They got a fight plan for him.
What you mean?
Who they gonna have?
Who said they was gonna elevate him? I didn't say they was gonna elevate him. I
said
he's next in line. I say he in the shoot.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, we saying the same thing then.
Yeah, they in the shoot. Tim Tszyu is in the shoot.
Who would they have him fight?
Hey, you know who he should fight?
It's gonna hurt y'all.
You know who he should fight that got fucked over though? And they kept on feeding him opponent Sebastian Fundora. Sebastian Fundora was there.
He's
you
a
know what I'm
candidate.
saying? Like Sebastian Fundora is there, but they kept feeding him and procrastinating, and he got knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but him being knocked out, that shit kind of.
But
I don't know if they'll give it to him just because it won't
so
look.
Would you
good.
want Mendoza to fight him? Would you want Mendoza to fight him?
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, like you know what I'm saying? It'll be like
Mendoza. Wasn't it Mendoza who knocked out Sebastian?
Yeah.
So he Tim Zoo Mendoza, whatever.
Yeah, Tim Zoo got that.
Erickson Lubin. People
no, definitely not. No, definitely not.
He'll run through Lubin too.
Lubin went to the mid round and got the first knockdown of Sebastian Fundora though.
That was a good fight. No, that was good. I think he could have got old boy the Tower Inferno on up out of there. He gassed up.
Yeah,
Lubin gassed up.
Now, what would be cool? What would be cool now? So you said that they was going to split the WBO, right?
WBO going to be up for grabs, and
okay. So
once Spence moves up, it's going to be him fighting for that title.
No. What would be cool is it would be cool, right? Because Crawford, he don't necessarily want to stay in 47 either. But that would be another way for Crawford to come back to 47. I mean to PBC. If he won and then he move up and fight Tim Zoo for the WBO, and while Charlo getting that weight off from getting his ass whooped from 68, then he would still have the rest of the belts, and and then it would give him time to unify so it would get Crawford for still with 2 more fights potentially if Spence don't do a rematch.
I disagree. I disagree. I think what's good for the goose is definitely good for the motherfucking gander. If Kell Brook can do it in 8 months, 17 days, have Charlo drop them motherfuckers and drop that weight in 8 months and 17 days and fight damn Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Since y'all didn't want to give that man an extension and shit like that, man. God damn it. Have Mel Charlo come off that ass beating, up 2 weight divisions and drop back down to 54. And face who he's supposed to face, man.
Yeah.
If skills pay the bills, right? If skills pay the bills, that's what Mel said. If skill pay the bills, now.
Yeah.
So
they're not gonna put Marlon champion in recess. They're gonna let him sit there and babysit the belt.
Yeah,
that's
the power of PBC. That's the power of PBC, baby.
Yeah, power of PBC for real.
And I fuck with the Charlo, but I said he need to be put in recess.
PBC. Hey, look, PBC. You gonna sit on bitch for half a decade.
We would have to petition that shit as
Spence kind of did it. Spence kind of did it.
Well, you have to look at Pacquiao too. You have to look at Keith Thurman. They was way before this shit took place. I mean, this ain't the first time. Yeah. Keith Thurman was and Pacquiao, they was out there chilling. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
At least Thurman was like goddamn gracious enough to say, go ahead and put the belts up. Like he wasn't petitioning to try to keep him. He said, go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get the belts up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He kept the WBA.
He kept the WBA. The WBC was between Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, dog.
Right. Yeah. And he held on the WBA to secure the Pacquiao fight. Yeah. Because Pacquiao had came over to PBC. All the guys end up running the PBC. Pacquiao.
That's a nice check. That's a nice check for him. At least they allow him to goddamn hold on to that shit.
I want to see him versus Ugas. I might actually pay for that pay-per-view. I don't know why. But them two, I would like to see how they measured up.
Ain't that supposed to get announced in a few days? Yeah.
I'm gonna drop down.
Okay. Ugas and Thurman.
Say what you gotta say, Jamal. Oh, okay. Ugas and Thurman, man. I don't know why Ugas.
Well, they both of them lost, but both of them were still top fighters, kind of, sort of.
No, one got beat and one lost.
I think. Yeah. Look, I think Thurman will win, but I would like to see how the matchup play out.
Well, once again, we'll know July 29th. Well, no, or is it 20th or 29th? Because that's when he's supposed to announce it. Keith Thurman himself.
Okay.
Yeah, because Thurman's supposed to have a fight with somebody. I would like it to be Ugas because really he can't fight with them younger dogs. Like I don't want to see him against one of the younger dogs because it ain't gonna be a good fight.
I do. You know, you keep as long as you fighting, you fight for the purpose. You know, they done got.
I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But like, come on, he can't do nothing with boots. He can't do nothing with Stanley Jonas either. Even though Stanley Jonas is kind of a straightforward fighter, Stanley Jonas is too strong.
And they need to get out the way. Quit talking all that title fight shit. You know, start exhibition fighting. You know,
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
But
I'll be realistic too. You know, Thurman, he a little bit scary. So he ain't gonna fight. So I'm about being realistic too. Like, who would he actually sign the contract to fight for? I can't see him fighting Boots. You know what I'm saying? So I think he would fight Oogs.
Y'all like violating the fight week.
Well, how do you say that?
Y'all like violating the policies. I'm about to talk about the Pivot podcast. Y'all up here absolutely violating the policies. Y'all
bad, bro.
Look, y'all got Udenis Lucas in the conversation. y'all got Thurman. Y'all got Thurman in the conversation. Damn. What else you just
okay, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I came over here so you could hear that what we had discussed earlier. That's all, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's all good. I'm about to shut down the panel anyway. But I'm about to talk about this Pivot podcast. But no disrespect though. I appreciate y'all brothers pulling up.
All the time.
But I gotta get back to the fish fry. You know, the 4 days out, man. We definitely y'all gonna be I'm gonna do a panel every day, so y'all can definitely jump back up here. But
yeah, because that one is starting in about another hour. It said for me it was upcoming.
No, it's already started. It's already happened. It came on at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so I'm just gonna run the audio and get my take on it and shit.
All right, then I'll holler at you later. I'll catch you in the
show, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, WC. Appreciate
Shout
you.
out TGOB. Appreciate you pulling up, big dog. Shout out to the fellas, the boxing heads who jumped on the panel. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Salute to them. Good boxing talk. And, it was good boxing talk. Even though we get the strays on deck, and they just continue to prove to us that they don't know the difference between kibbles and bits and the shit that I leave out there for them. For real. They come in here talking the same thing. He ain't fought nobody. Let's get down to listening to what Crawford had to say during the Pivot podcast. I'm curious because one of them saying he had a fucked up afro. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear what Crawford words are. They're gonna ask him some questions that he ain't heard yet in these last few weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's been getting him frustrated because they haven't been asking repetitive questions. But let's see what he talking about, bro.
Tudo Chan. He got that same afro. He got the Malcolm X going. He got the same afro. Bringing the troops. Hey, what's up, bro, man? You don't walk like you can't fight. What's that? Hey, you don't walk like you can't fight. You know what I mean? I walk in places confident. Yeah, I know you walk in places stupid confident. Man, recently
Crowder trying to kiss his ass after that comment.
Homeboys, he had a bodyguard. We got all the way up on him, and then when we got up on him, we hit him like this, and then the bodyguard walked up and was way too late. And look at Chan said, "Chill out, man." Straighten his arm, bro. You good? You good? You can't do nothing like that. You know, they say they don't believe in birth control in Omaha, man. They just I just don't, you know what I mean. Took 7. 7. That's cool. 6-1. Damn. But you got 6 boys though. That's cool. Yeah. No, I'm just saying 6-1. Oh, okay. 6 by 1 person. Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, 6-1. Did you want to have a bunch of kids? Yeah. You always wanted to? Yeah. I was the only boy. Yes. Hey, Chan, his sisters used to beat him up like your sisters used to beat you up. Yeah. I don't talk about it too much because they get mad at me, but I'm 72-3. Yeah. 2 of my losses were to my sister. Yeah. And one of them, she beat me with the antenna off of an S10. Man. Bad. Hey, my sisters was rough, man. They was real rough. And those are all 4 of the boys right there? 4. Yeah, 4 boys, 3 girls. 3. That's 3 of them. But man, see how they just got in line, bro? He said, sit back there, and they just, my boys are all over the place. Oh, don't get it twisted. They bad. Yeah. They don't watch their daddy's hands. They bad. But you know, he chilled too, though. You can tell when your resume say a certain thing, man, you ain't gotta talk a certain way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes you gotta let them know though, before you cross that line. You warn them. You think are you as hard as your mom was on you or no? On my kids? Nah. You ain't like your mom was? Nah. By far. By far.
So already you see out the gate that they pretty much trying to do the warm-up phase, you know, talking about family, which is good, man. I like that. I wish it would be that way when you interviewing fighters, that you can warm up and talk about family and they be as open. Does it matter with more than one person? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about top tier athletes all in the same room, different sports. So, you know, they going through the warm-up phase of warming up. I'm just curious, you know, they talk about the resume. When you got a resume, I want to hear them ask some tough questions though, you know what I'm saying, to see, you know, what this Crawford has to say about it.
Yeah. She was hell. What? She was tough. Nothing. I was getting whooped for nothing. You did that's what she say. I'm gonna whoop you because you're gonna do something later. Hey, you see what Eddie Murphy said? Daddy told him nothing from nothing leave nothing. Yeah, you gotta do something. Mother effer punch in the mouth. Yeah.
That first time.
To be here, this is obviously the biggest boxing match that could be made. You know, there's super fights and there's mega fights and then there's legacy fights. And the fight between you, Terrence Bud Crawford, and Errol Spence, it's a legacy fight. It's a fight for pound, undisputed champion, for welterweight, undisputed champion. And the reason it's one of those fights is because of what you've accomplished. This is Channing, I'm RC. This is Freddie T, man. And so we just want to say thank you for spending some time with us during camp. We are excited about this match, man. But just in understanding your story, Bud, you almost weren't here, bro. It's a dice game. You're sitting in your car, bullets ring out, and you get shot. Take us back to that moment and how that shaped you moving forward, because you said that changed you. Yeah, it changed me in a lot of ways because I was already a troubled kid at that time. I was already trying to find my way in the world today. But when that issue happened, it like changed me into a dark side. But my uncle, being a pastor, he brought me back over to the bright side, you know, and letting me know that God got a lot in store for me. And it wasn't my time to go. And that was just a warning that you got a lot to live for, and just making things make sense. I was always talented. I was always doing positive things. It was just, I was around the wrong people, the wrong crowd, and hanging out and doing the wrong things. But I was always that person in the gym, but leave the gym. I'm with the homies and chilling and doing things that, you know, I shouldn't have been doing at the time, because she was always against me, and everything I do or turn around, I'm getting a whooping. So I became immune to pain, because you say something, you get a whooping. You do something she don't like, you get a whooping. Anything, you touch something you don't supposed to touch, you getting a whooping. So everything was a whooping. So as a young kid, when I go out into the real world, this guy say something I don't like, he do something I don't like, because that's all I know. It's like anytime I did something that I wasn't supposed to do or say something or anything, I'm getting a whooping. So it's like, all right, well, that's how I'm supposed to be. So when I go to school and somebody say something, mop. Somebody do something, mop. Then you get home, get a whooping like, dang. So then it became a point where I'm like, all right, well, I'm already about to get a whooping. I might as well drag it out, you know?
To do it, and when do you think you mastered that?
Well, because we'll go over here and play basketball at the park, up that keep the kids out of trouble, and a point where I'm not belly. That's a fake movie, man. You gotta stop.
That's to my point then. Because obviously that's a classic movie for our culture, and everybody knows that line. Like for me, paint the picture. Like, what is it to do in Nebraska? I'm from a small town as well. There's nothing to do in the closest big gun.
Yeah.
Golly, boy, you were bad as hell, man. You're painting a picture for us of to do it, and when do you think you mastered that?
I'm trying to get to the boxing content. I'm just saying. I'm trying to get to the boxing content, real talk. I'm not trying to go through the whole video and talk about, that what I've heard before. I'm really trying to get to the boxing questions and his response to those questions.
Well, of course, it was real tough dealing with the politics and dealing with people saying that you're not worth this or you're not worth that, and you feel as if you is. So you can't tell me what I'm worth. Just like I can't tell you how much you worth. We go in there, we as fighters, we put our life on the line every time we step in a ring just to entertain the people that want to see us fight. So you're going to tell me my life is not worth what I say it's worth? So, yes, it's tough. And then the boxing side of it, I'm still learning. I haven't learned it all, but I'm still learning day to day. I'm trying to gain all the knowledge I can and trickle it down to the next generation.
See, what I like about Crawford is that, he still say he's learned about boxing and everything, even though he's fighting at the highest level, the elite level. He's about to go in here for one of the biggest fights based off everything. His team, shout out to his team. I don't think we give his team as much credit that they deserve. That's a whole nother story, but shout out to Team Crawford as far as his team goes and who trains him, because you definitely need those entities, those bodies to train and go through the remediation process of drill after drill after drill after drill. Now, it's extremely important. And you can talk all you want about what you know and don't know, but when I look at Crawford leaving the sport, he seems to me that he's going to be a trainer. He's not going to be just any trainer. He's going to train. He's going to have people training with a different sense of hunger because he fought the way he fought. You know what I'm saying? He has this mentality about him and what you should and should not do. I think, his career is definitely going to be a great story because kids are going to look at him as the example. And when he's in there training, you're going to have that energy. They're going to be keeping themselves locked in with the energy that he gives off, because, in order to get somebody to look at you as a leader, they have to find out what do they find unique about you that they want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? What part of you? It can be your personality. It's how you act. It's how you provide instructions. It's how you are as a person. It's how you fall as a boxer, something. So that's what I like. He's still learning about the sport, even though he's on the elite level. And, he's still humble.
Because what I dealt with is a testimony to where they don't have to deal with it. I will coach them and put them on game to where they don't have to deal with it. And maybe, who knows, in the future, boxing can be different, where politics ain't playing a big factor in boxing like it is right now.
Talk about politics, and that's associated with, all sports. We all had to deal with it. But talking about legacy, being shot after your fourth fight, right? Mm-hmm. Being shot and almost losing everything. Was that a defining moment where you said, look, I have to start focusing on my legacy?
come from places like where you do cities, where you do communities. How do you see Errol Spence?
Well, like I said, I'm a fan. I've been a fan. I respect him as a man, as a father. There's no need for me to be
a fan, been a fan, respect him as a father. A fan, been a fan, respect him as a father. There's no need. So that right there, you know, him tripling up on the compliments, speaking about Errol Spence is something that I find hard for them to stick through on the other side. You know what I'm saying? They can't stick to that type of kindness.
disrespectful to a fighter that's not being disrespectful to me. I never came off as I gotta talk trash to this guy and disrespect them to sell a fight. My hands gonna do that. All my fights is exciting. So that kind of hurting me in my career because a lot of people say, oh, well, you don't talk trash or you don't do this or you don't do that and this is what the people want to see and this. I said, no, the people want to see knockouts. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you say it. Yeah, I can talk all the trash I want. And if I go in there and move around, pity pat, do all this and do all that, they're going to be like, oh, he boring. Oh, he just talking. He boring. But if I go out there and be like, yeah, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to whoop your ass. And then I go whoop your ass and I knock you out. They're going to be like, man, that dude, he bad. He don't do all that crazy talking. He respectful and he knocking people out. We respect him. Now, if he was to come and be all crazy and disrespectful, then now we got confrontation. And that's how it always been for me.
I saw a ratings video. Both of y'all talking about respect, right? And it was ratings about ring IQ, you know, offense, defense, the whole thing. And you were very generous, you know, in your assessment of him and very respectful. And then it got to the one question, the one rating question. And I think boxers are kind of sensitive to this. They asked about the resume. I think you gave him a 6 or a 7. And he gave you a 0.5. 0.5. What do you say to that?
Well, you know, listen, come July 29th, I guess it's going to be another 0.5 that I've been in the ring with. And that's how I carry it because mostly all the recent fighters that I've been in the ring with, a lot of people felt as if they was going to beat me. They felt as if I was the smaller man. They felt as if these guys was more proven in the welterweight division. Okay, so be it. I knocked them off now. Oh, this guy was washed up. He wasn't the same fighter, or he was past his prime, or this guy's father threw in the towel, or he didn't train. I get so many excuses. So July 29th, just give me my credit. Give me my props.
Stamp on it.
Like you're saying, the moniker of how that's painted, where Earl's bigger, stronger, he can bully you, but you're the technician. It sounds like it's when white dudes play sports. And they always say, they work hard. They know the plays. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of paint you as, oh yeah, he has a high motor. High motor. Coach on the field. Coach him. He's very coachable. Like you understand the game of boxing, but they're acting like Earl's coming in as this big, you know, Adonis, just whatever. Like, do you like that moniker? And you are a technician. You the switch, southpaw, like all that you do is very technical. But do you like that moniker that they put on you before these fights?
I love it because I get the opportunity to prove them wrong. All these guys that they said that was bigger than me, stronger than me, was gonna bully me. It seems like I was the bully in the fight. Yeah. And all of them. When I first came into the welterweight division in 2018, I called for all.
It seems like he was the bully, you know, but due to the lack of confidence in people, you know, being fair on the YTC, they'll sit up here and tell you that he ain't fought nobody. You see, we can just see it right around the corner when it comes to time for Saturday and this fight is over with. They're going to say it was the 15 months he was off. That's going to be the blame they put on Crawford. It's the 15 months he was off, even though they didn't lead. They was busy up here hyping the shit up when it was Danny Garcia. Oh, he's coming off from his fight. He fighting Danny Garcia from a hiatus. Oh man, he looked great. But when it comes to the 15 months with Crawford, they're gonna come up with some excuses. And see, they're using the size difference. Okay, you know, if he's the size, let's go in there and prove that he's the bigger dude and he's a stronger fighter. But look, it's not like it's extremely impossible for us to just look at his other fights and be weary of the information, because we just haven't seen him go ahead and destroy dudes. We haven't seen that happen. They're going off one fighter with multiple losses. It's just incredible how naive, you know what I'm saying? How hopeless these people are. They're going off one fighter in Ugas and saying he's been breaking ribs and putting guys in the hospital, when a lot of fighters are in the hospital after they have a fight. It's just amazing, you know, how gullible the freaking a lot of these boxing fans are, these casual fans. It's just amazing, man.
Those guys, I called out all those guys. Only one I didn't call out was Sean Porter. I said I'd rather me and Sean Porter fight at the end because our friendship and our relationship. But set aside that, I wanted to fight Keith Thurman. I wanted to fight Danny Garcia. I wanted to fight Pacquiao. I wanted to fight Jeff Horn. I wanted to fight Errol Spence. I wanted to fight all those guys. Nothing happened. Where was everybody calling for me to fight Ugas when he had a title? Where was everybody calling for me to fight Sean Porter when he had a title? Nobody was saying, we want to see you fight Sean Porter. And I told him that when he called me. I said, listen, they just trying to gauge me because of how you and Errol Spence fight fell out. Oh, Sean Porter did this to Errol Spence. Let's see what Sean Porter can do with Terrence. It ain't got nothing to do with me how y'all two fought, because the styles make fights. So then after I fight Sean Porter, and then the fight goes how it goes, or he wasn't training, or he was retired, or he's this. But prior to that, it wasn't that he was retired, he wasn't training. It was, oh man, Sean Porter gave Spence a hell of a fight, and potentially should have been a draw, or he could have beat Errol Spence. I don't know if Terrence could beat him. Sean too rugged, this and that. Even with Kell Brook, you know, even with I fought Amir Khan, a lot of people saying, okay, if Bud catch him, he probably can knock him out. But if Bud don't catch him, Bud gonna lose. Jeff Horn, he's too big. He roughed up Pacquiao. He's going to rough up Terrence Crawford. You know, so I hear it over and over and over and over and over. I've always been the smallest guy. I was one of the smallest guys in high school. That never bothered me because I always had the biggest heart. So I can be the smallest guy. That don't mean nothing to me. Yeah, he's like, I've been small. These hands the same. Yeah. And they big. These hands the same.
We touch people now. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, I got some big mitts. You know what I mean? That's for catching, throwing.
Well, you cannot play no football. Ooh. I know you couldn't throw. You just ran it every play.
Let's be honest.
Well, I have to say I disagree with what that Terrence said. He got big hands from throwing football, and they said you cannot play football. See, that's what you get when you actually attend fights. I have to disagree because I didn't know that Terrence Crawford had wheels on him the way he did. Like, dude got some wheels, and he has pretty decent speed. For somebody like myself who's a track runner, I still stay tuned and locked in the track. I love it, man. And I was impressed with his speed, though. So you know, them guys, I think, you know, when it comes down to like 2 out of the 3 guys, I'm not sure Ryan Clark. I'm not sure he gets past Ryan Clark. But the other 2 guys who play different positions, he might be able to you know, stick with him in a short sprint or whatever. But he does have some wheels. I've seen him run some routes in Texas with his boy. And he got some pretty decent wheels on him. So Crowder talking that shit, it's just for fun though. Real talk. It's all good.
But you was in Omaha.
That's cool, man. Yeah.
There's no top quality football played in Omaha.
You better not disrespect Omaha like that.
Yeah.
Anybody who came out of Omaha Green would have ran you over. Stop playing.
Did I play Ahmad? I think I did. Ahmad go to the Texans?
No, Ahmad was nice in college.
Yeah, at Green Bay too.
He was nice in the league.
He was nice at Green Bay. You're right about that too, Fred.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him.
I think I played Ahmad. Then he goes to the
Niles
Texans
Paul?
afterwards. Yeah,
that was late.
Eric Crouch.
Now I played with Niles
in
in
Texas,
Washington.
and he wasn't worth
Stop.
a damn.
Hey man, listen, man. You better put some respect on.
Eric Crouch was just
Omaha
good at
football,
Nebraska
man.
now, though. Let's not reach.
I'm gonna tell you this: we came out.
Tommy Frazier.
Tommy Frazier was a dog.
I mean, but he from Florida.
Tommy Frazier, I got nothing to say about him.
Man, we got a lot of people.
Tommy and Lawrence.
We got a lot of people.
Yeah, y'all beat the shit out
Lawrence
of that.
Not in one station body, in the whole division. So it's like, okay, when he beat Sugar Shane Mosley for his last fight coming up, he was a bum. So this guy, okay, well, I guess I'm fighting all bums then. In Omaha, Nebraska, but they don't want to recruit in-house. Tell me that. That's crazy. So then when you see all the players from Omaha going elsewhere, other teams, and shining and making it to the league, and then we looking at the coach for Nebraska like, so you don't want to pick him up, huh? he didn't fit your program, huh?
Yeah. Right.
You know, so that's a big thing right now because we got so much talent coming out of Omaha, Nebraska, but Omaha for some reason don't want to, recruit.
You recently said your last fight in Omaha may be the last one you ever bring back there. So just for you, what is it like to now represent Omaha in the way that you do and have them back you like that?
Man, they always backed me. Ever since I was a kid in the Nationals, Omaha have always been supportive. They always backed me since day one. That's why it was so meaningful for me to bring a world championship fight back to Omaha. That's all I ever wanted coming up, was to give back to them because they travel, they support, they do everything they supposed to as fans and supportive community to support Terrence Crawford.
Hold on for
And his journey to become world champion. So when I became world champion, I demanded that I fight in Omaha, Nebraska. And my first fight was against Gamboa, and they showed up, they turned out, and every fight that I fought in Omaha, it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that just shows the support level that they got for Terrence Crawford, because we don't have no NFL teams, NBA teams, or baseball teams, or none of those professional teams. I am the professional team of Omaha, Nebraska. So when you look at Omaha and they want to support a professional franchise, they say Team Crawford.
And you speak about like the support Omaha has for you, but also people question you a lot. Like you're saying, the whole he's a technician, but he's not big enough. You always the smallest guy. Do you think you've earned the respect that you're shown? Do you think the boxing world gives you the respect that you're shown? And if not, what's gonna do it? Is it this fight? Is it something else? Is it a number you're trying to get to of this and O? What's that respect gonna come from?
It ain't gonna never be enough. You know why? Because it's always gonna be somebody that's trying to discredit you from accomplishing what you accomplished, because there's always a window for them to say, oh, well, the only reason why he won is because of this. The only reason why he won because of that. It's never ending. And I accepted that. Every fight, there's something negative to say about Terrence Crawford. My last fight, they say, oh, well, who is this avocado? Like they didn't know his name.
Right.
Everybody disrespecting this world-class fighter when he number 6 in the whole division. Mm-hmm. Not in one station body, in the whole division. So it's like, okay, when he beat Sugar Shane Mosley for his last fight coming up, he was a bum. So this guy, okay, well, I guess I'm fighting all bums then. Just because you probably don't know too much about this guy, that don't make him a bum to be on this level. So when I meet him with facts, then they try to downplay the facts. I say, okay, well, you get in the ring with him then. Since he's a bum, since he can't fight, since he's this and he's that,
facts.
You get in the ring with him and let's see how long you can last with him. Do people not like you? Right? Like, and I'm not trying to say this in a bad way. There's a clip from the press conference, from the press tour, and you're walking by a dude in a suit, big old tall dude, bald head, look like, and you just said,
that's
"What's
Diddy
up?"
James.
And when you said, "What's up?" he turns around. You kind of walk back. Y'all have some words, and when he's walking into the door, he's like, "Yeah, they didn't let this suit fool him," right? A lot of times when people have that reaction to you, you have a reputation. And it's either you have a reputation of being a badass, and they're like, oh, if I see Terrence Crawford, I got to get my stripes off of him. Or you have a reputation of being a bad dude. Right? And a guy that we can't like, because seemingly the way you've dominated your sport, he shouldn't have to ask you if you have the respect that you deserve. The way you've dominated your sport, it shouldn't be a question of who's the next guy or why Terrence Crawford beat this dude. Sometimes in a political world where we get to make our champions or we get to push who we want to push, it simply comes down to relationships and who I like. Do people not like you? You got some people that don't like me because they don't know me.
That's a good question. That's partially presented to the YTC too. He's talking to y'all too. Do you not like him? So if you in the chat, make sure you put your answer in there, aerosexuals, as to why you don't like Bud Crawford. That question is pretty much expands outside the chat. You know what I'm saying? The hottest chat in the game. It expands outside of WCS into the living rooms, into the keyboards, the screens, the ears of these aerosexuals. Do you not like this man?
But you got more people that like me than they don't. So the people that don't like me, I just say, okay, cool. They just don't know me. They don't like me and never even spoke 2 words to me. They say, oh well, man, when I first met you, man, I thought you was gonna be this mean, grumpy dude and this and that. Like, for what? Like, man, you just walk with that aura about you. Like, you just always ready to fight. I'm like, man, it's just a natural walk. You know? I ain't got no problem with you. You know, like, I ask a question and, keep it moving.
Hey, man, it's a great
What are the pressures that come with that, and how do you manage those?
He's talking about 0.5 on the resume again. We have pretty much proceeded forward in the interview, and this guy asked about 0.5 again on the resume. It's been the interview's been okay. They're just sticking on something that another man said when they should be talking about common opponents. They should be talking about his reign at welterweight division. They just should be talking about what this fight come Saturday night, what it does for him as a fighter in general, coming 2-time undisputed, being the only one on that list, what I'm saying, to be the first to do it. I don't think they've been talking about undisputed yet on the Pivot podcast for this interview.
I don't worry about it. I don't worry about none of those type of things because I know who I am as a man. I know what I got to do to make sure that I'm straight. At the end of the day, it only matters about my family and my circle that cares about me, really genuinely cares about me. Because if I was to go and get punched in the head tomorrow when I spar and I have brain injury and I can't box no more and I'm in a coma or whatever, a lot of people gonna tweet, oh man, prayers, I'm gonna pray for them and this and that and this.
Facts, that's true.
But then what? Yep. They're gonna go home to their family, they're gonna eat good, they're gonna do their daily routine. None of them gonna come and visit me. None of them gonna put no money on my doctor's bill. Where's gonna be all the hundreds of thousands of fans that was following me, or hundreds of thousands of fans that was supportive? Where they at now? Just another boxer that's lost in the world, and that really happens to more than a lot. So the only people that really matters when they say something is my family and my inner circle.
And with that, speaking about the boxers that are lost in the world, like, has that ever been a fear, or you can't think about that?
No, it never have, because I always, like I said, I leave everything in God's hands. If that's my destiny, if that's the way my book is written, then it will happen. I'm not worried. I'm not scared. I'm not afraid of anything, because if something's going to happen, it's going to happen. I can't control it, for sure. I can walk outside and get hit by a car just by walking. Somebody could be speeding. I can trip on these stairs coming out the ring and break my neck. So I don't live with the fact of fear that something may dramatically happen to me in the ring or outside the ring, because if it happened, it happened. It ain't nothing that I can do. It's out of my control.
I mean, that's spoken like a man that's been shot in the head. And said, you felt lucky because you hadn't experienced it like your peers, or you hadn't experienced it like some of your friends. You said something to Fred that struck me. You said, I know what type of man I am. You walked in with 3 of your boys, and, we were just saying, Fred said, hey, when you told them to go sit down, they went sit down, and you said, hey, don't let that fool you now. They can get after it too. You didn't have a father there every single day. It was your mother, Deborah. It was your 2 sisters. But you have your family. You have your 7 kids. There's the famous post of your daughter losing her shoe, getting her shoe back on, going out and winning the 200. And you talked about the perseverance and the grit that it took. How has your experience shaped how you are as a father?
Oh, man. It shaped me into the greatest father ever. I really believe wholeheartedly, like, there's no person walking this earth that can touch me on this fatherhood. And that's how I'm supposed to feel. That's how any real father that loves to be a dad should feel. I'm there every step of the way. I'm training for the biggest fight of my career, yet and still. My son up here, it's his birthday, and I'm like, what you want to do? Today is all about you. I'm going to do my little workout, and everything else is yours. anytime my kids have any wrestling tournaments, birthdays, anything special, anything that's real significant, I'm packing up and I'm leaving. Boxing can wait. But them kids, they're going to remember that and they're going to cherish that for the rest of their life. They're going to always sit there and say, no matter what my dad was doing in life, he always made sure he was there for my birthdays, Christmases, big events, my big tournaments, my wrestling tournaments, things like that. And that's something that I really cherished when I was little because I didn't have nobody there. My mom wasn't there. My dad wasn't there. I didn't have nobody there. I used to sit around and look at all the fighters and their family and their supportive system. And I just had the coaches and my teammates. But like I said, them experiences made me the man that I am today. And I wouldn't take it back.
It's really a generational curse of changing it. What you've seen, you either see it and agree with it or you
Orca. Yeah. They eat up Moby Dick. You kill a whale? Huh? Powerful with either hand, so now it's deadly whichever way I go. Chan often talks about how he strengthens his right hand and his left hand.
Oh my God!
Right? It's just something he said.
The left's called the stranger.
Yeah, he said who can
they
love
don't
him
come around a lot.
Who can love him more than himself? You know, we were talking about your kids, Buzz. You got a lot of kids, man. Like, and you talk about switching stances and doing that. Are you ever going to switch up your kid making model? Because you don't. How many you want to have?
Done, man. You got to even it out. You got 4 boys.
I know. I'm
3 girls.
I'm probably done.
Get the 8-pack.
Hey, if you're not done until you do something about getting done.
So let me ask you this then.
I ain't getting clipped.
Why not?
They don't live that long.
Who don't?
Ooh, them people that be getting clipped.
I just got clipped.
Ooh, man, you better
Well, I'm 47. I made it. 47.
Yeah, 47. So all of us, none of us can make babies anymore, but we're still here, man. Power to y'all. Yeah. But if you don't do something about it, it's gonna be number 8, number 9, number 10. It's gonna start lining up like your stoppages. Wait, what you saying? Hey, what you saying? What you saying? But hey, if you get out of line, he gonna be the 11th one stop. If you keep getting out of line, it's gonna be the 11th one you got to take care of. Yeah, maybe. I think all my kids except one was playing though. Okay, all of them. So I'm pretty good at, doing what I do.
So you got 7. You feel that tingle, man. I know you quick. Your hips ain't quick though.
No,
you gotta throw them. Boy, you gotta throw them hips back.
So man, I gotta do some hip thrusts.
So check it. July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada. Fish fry. You posted it on your Instagram. What are we serving? Crawfish or shark bites?
Man, listen. I don't even eat crawfish, so we about to fillet him. You say you can't catch Moby Dick with a fishing pole though. Listen, if he Moby Dick, then I'm gonna just have to send my friend, go get him. Yeah, you gonna have to go. You gonna have to be Ahab. Like that. Ahab was the only one that he dedicated his life to catching Moby Dick. He said he ain't no little fish. He had the biggest fish. And earlier too, I caught something you said. By the way, you know what an orca is, right? A what? An orca. Yeah. They eat up Moby Dick. You kill a whale? Huh? You a killer whale? Would I? So this is my question for you though. earlier you said you started to say.
He asked him, was he orca? You kill a whale? Would I? Would I? I like that.
When you're talking about your kids, I'm preparing for my best. You're about to say my best fight, and then you said for my biggest fight. Yeah. You don't think he's the best fighter you've ever fought? Could be. Look at all the interviews of Terrence Crawford. They asked that same question. Is this your toughest task? Is this your biggest fight? I don't know. Till I get in the ring. I can go in there thinking you the monster, you Moby Dick. And I go in there and you like a little strawfish. I'm like, man, this wasn't even that hard. Not saying that he's an easy fighter because none of these fighters is easy. They may look easy on the outside, but all the training, all the things that us fighters go through and put our body through to get to that one moment, that fight wasn't easy at all. If you do what Bud has always done and your hand is raised at the end of this fight, will you think of Midge? And when you do that, will you think of Midge, man, and the fact that you didn't want to go to the gym when you were little, he come to the house and get you, your mom, you be telling your mom that you don't want to go, and she say, nah, he in the house, come get him. You know, I know in 2018, you lost him, and I'm sure this is something that he always believed you could become. And you now get to that moment. He obviously won't be here. Will you look back and think about all of those sacrifices and ways that he poured into you that helped you become this Terrence Crawford? Always. I always think of him. I think of him, my uncles, my aunts. I always think of all of them because it kind of hurt that they not here to actually see the grown edition of Bud. They only remember the little, well, not Midge because he was present, but the bad Bud, you know. They know the little Bud running around the neighborhood, and none of them got to see the mature Bud, the Bud that's a world champion, the Bud that take care of his family, the Bud that, take care of his community. They wasn't able to see those things in a physical form. So I think of all of them. When I'm in the back dressing room, I'll be hearing little words, little people talking to me, and it might be crazy to people, but I just be like, I'll be looking up like, all right, I hear you, you know. And Midge always said, never mind who he fought, he ain't fought you yet. Because when I was coming up, a lot of people will always say, oh man, you fighting this guy or you fighting this guy. And Midge always would say, he'll be like, lottie dottie, we fight anybody. He ain't fought you yet. And I go in there with the mindset of, he ain't fought me yet. So I don't care who he fought. I don't care who he beat. He ain't beat me yet. Till he beat me, I don't care about what y'all talking about and how dangerous he is. So that's how I always carried it. All respect to Midge Minor, man. All respect.
And Bud, you going into this fight the 29th. You gonna go with the Joe Clark hairdo? Because I was giving you your hair earlier about it. You gonna go with the fro with the Malcolm X and all? You ain't gonna tip fade it.
He went to the press conference like that with the Gucci polo.
I saw it.
No edge up or nothing, bro.
Yeah, just a little tip, man. Just
man,
a little
I ain't trying to impress nobody, man. It's game time. Ain't that how y'all say game time?
Yeah.
But you know they say you look good, I feel good. I look good, I feel good. Yeah, so no edge, no nothing. You're not gonna. I might. Look good, feel good. Fellas, our partners over at
Great. I don't think it'll be a decision. So knockout, over under 6 round. That's my play.
Well, Freddie T brought up the curse to Arrow. Can't be cursed when they both did just show. Can't wait to see who wins.
But we're gonna ask you this and wrap it up. We ask all our guests. Biggest pivot, that defining moment that catapulted you, or changed the direction of your life. What's your biggest pivot?
The biggest pivot that changed my life, I would have to say my uncle and my grandma being there to support me through all the things that I was going through as a child, and being able to actually give me those words to make me sit down and think. Because my grandma, she's a gangster. She's a gangster. No, it's my grandpa a gangster. She's a real one. And she just always kept it real. Like, what you doing with that, boy? Like she never was the type to be like, boy, what you doing that night? She always be like, just chilling. Like, what you doing? You going by yourself? Now, you know, when you walk out that door, if something happened, you can't take it back. Like, she always, like, real. Right. Like, she gonna let you do whatever you want to do, but she gonna give you that, you know what I mean, to put on your mind, like, damn, she right. You know what I mean? So I just always cherished my grandma, you know, thoughts on things and how she always try to talk to me and help me understand, like, it ain't worth it, or this ain't worth it, or if you do this and you know you're gonna get in trouble, and if you get in trouble, I can't help you get out. I like just little things like that ever since a little kid. And my uncle always, you know, telling me to believe in God and hold your head high and everything will be all right. Everything happened for a reason. And just, you know, walking in that right path, right, changing my life and seeing how things change for me and being able to go from fighting for $600 my first fight and not being able to get no big promotional company to invest in me because they didn't feel as if I was one of those top guys, to being on top of the world, coming from nothing. It's a blessing.
Yeah.
But are you the best welterweight in the entire world? Definitely. On July 29th, will it finally be settled with your hand being raised in the ring? July 29th, I assure you, my hand will be raised and everybody will be saying that guy is special. That's all it takes, brother.
You should make a baby that night.
You know what it is, man. Pretty decent interview. It was okay. Errol was okay. Not so much the fighter, but just, you know, it wasn't too much asked about the possible feat of undisputed, two-time undisputed, being he already been undisputed. They revisited, you know, him having kids and, you know, certain things that went on in his early childhood. But then when you're talking about what's about to take place in a matter of 4 days, it wasn't too much info that was gathered with that, how prestigious, you know what I'm saying, that is, how important it is when it comes to the sport of boxing, when it's going down in the boxing annals, you know what I'm saying, when it goes down for legacy. This is a huge fight. Now, of course, there's a lot of variables that comes into play with politics that they talked about. Politics is a huge role in boxing, man. Politics is crazy. You know, that's why boxing has a lot of gambling attached to it. Politics. This is a big fight. You don't want to always go into big fights saying somebody's going to get robbed or something crazy is going to happen. You don't want to have that mentality that that's the only thing that's on your mind. But we definitely have to look at it in that way, that politics could play a role in this fight. We don't know from which side is going to benefit from the politics. We don't know. But all we doing, we have a side for Crawford. We have a side for Spence. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. People can say, "Oh man, I like both fighters and all that." Okay, I mean, you take your 2 or 3 people, and that's who you ride with. Well, most of the people are riding hard for their fighter. You know what I'm saying? They're a fan of their fighter. They may not want to admit to it, but they're a fan of their fighter. So that's where I'm at with it. Man, we danger close. You know what I'm saying? We danger close on this fight. Real talk, we danger close. So yeah, I saw Gerald using the background, but did you not see what I was doing? You think I was gonna let you on the panel to come up here and talk about the same stuff? I mean, you know, if you're here right now, man, I got a good minute. Okay. If Gerald, you still in the building, I got a good minute. That is it. Besides that, you're not having any type of productivity. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Don Vaughn on deck, D-Ray Promotions on deck. MD Mills on deck. Quick hands, quick feet is dangerous combinations to have, especially against dudes that don't have fast feet and been on a long layoff. 15 months, man. He said it don't matter. He's been on a longer layoff before. He said it don't matter there, MD. It don't matter, bro. He said it doesn't matter. I mean, 77, what's good? He didn't just do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's not why you should put respect on Gamboa's name. That's one of the areas, but you know, he's had other fights since then. But my people, I appreciate y'all for pulling up as always. Remember, hit the like button. You know, continue to sub, share the content. It's much appreciated. Continue to rock out with the channel, man. 4 days out, man. It's a fish fry on deck, shawty. For real. We 4 days out, man. It don't get no hotter than this. The hot grease always gonna stay bubbling, and we're gonna continue to do it all the way up. It's Tuesday. Y'all hold it down. I'm out.